Get my
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another game of Tumbleweeds and Tombstones, a game where each week my players accuse me of trying to kill them, and I have to remind them that they're already dead.
I want to kill other things.
I'm dead.
And you at home get to play the game of which of us are wearing pants.
Trick question.
Wait, someone's
It's
wearing
rhetorical.
pants?
Oh, geez. Apparently you guys didn't get the memo. For those 5 of you that actually watch us, hi.
What up?
We
How
are
you doing?
sorry
Tell us
for
your name.
the we are sorry for the extended break. Just real life got in the way. But now back to playing pretend. Yay! My favorite. Chad's somewhere.
Oh, I'm here. Don't you worry.
Living that sleeves are bullshit life.
Always.
If
How we all
I
doing?
do this, I look nude.
No, Danny, to me, you always look nude. Just that's always how I see you. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone going on?
I want to murder things. Let me murder things.
I mean, that's what tonight might be about. Very true. Okay. Well, for those of you at home, it might have been a little bit since you've watched, so let's go ahead and jump into tonight's recap. Little bit of announcement first. I am working with Lyman. We are going to be working on his character backstory. So that video hopefully will be coming up soon. And I know we keep teasing this, but we are actually talking about doing a test run of trying all the equipment in person, obviously short of Lyman, who's out of state, and getting to actually start recording us playing in person off of each other. And getting to enjoy actually getting to be mostly in the same space. Yes, Danny, that is a interesting mask. But as I said to my herbologist, time is on your side. So, jumping into tonight's recap. When last we left the Obsidian Spurs, y'all were deciding, under the suggestion of PETA, your young lupine guide, to take a detour on the way to the lupine secret village in order to attack a U.S. cavalry base, ripe with people who PETA would not mind if they stopped existing, as it seems their entire purpose is to observe and possibly attack the native people in the area, and would be a potential blood bank / defensible position for you guys to be able to strike out from a place of strength, heal up some of the ag damage you received via ghostly lupines and trees, and go against an entire army of lupine at least full strength. So, you guys kind of debated which plan you wanted to go with. Some of them being a suggestion of Liam taking on the guise of an injured person and Walter helping him get through the front door. Some suggesting a more direct approach of posing as U.S. Marshals from the badges that you guys have stolen in the past, inquiring inside for a lost convict. Meanwhile, Wea is in owl form on top of one of the 4 watchtowers of this fort, and Atris, using her ability of obfuscate, has narrowly escaped being noticed as trying to scale a otherwise unscalable wall, but being able to roll just high enough to hold on to arrows that had been left behind from past attempts of breach and scale the wall and get onto the catwalk that's behind the main wall of this location. That is actually where we left things off. So what I'm going to say is let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Tumbleweeds and Tombstones, just for the sake of it'll matter when it matters. Let's have everyone preemptively roll initiative just so that way we know if we need to, who's doing what and when.
Okay. Chad.
Technically, we're not in combat right now, but that could change relatively quickly because I know you guys very well.
Sonoy and I rolled the same number. Hype.
All right,
Dang.
go ahead and post them all in chat.
Highest roll ever.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
Good job, Atris.
That's the first time I ever rolled a 10 for initiative.
See, it's sad because I get the same roll, but I have significantly less because I don't have as much of the stuff. Yeah, Walter.
Oh, that's considered a low roll for Walter. Jeez.
Beat me.
Wow, you're on the same level of Liam. How do you feel about that, Walter?
We are here together, so I feel like I am with my friend and we're in step.
Okay,
That's
let's see.
Very slow for me step, but he's doing his best.
Ooh,
To be fair, there
Not
have been
great
many
for-
an occasion where Liam was the bottom of the initiative and Walter was the top, and it worked out really well for planning and executing moves.
not really great for PETA. PETA's a 1.
Ooh.
Let's see how God, next story arc, you guys are getting far fewer NPCs. I'm just saying.
You did this to yourself.
I really did. I really did.
We can just kill them all.
I mean, that is your choice.
Me and Sonoy got the same time. Crazy.
Henry is. That's not how you spell his name, but whatever. I don't care. Let's see. I forget.
Rolling tens.
Liam, please remind me. Did you feed off of Bartleby tonight?
Yes.
Okay, so he's unconscious again. And Asmode.
Assy.
Asmodeus. Toot, toot, toot. I know it's the wrong inflection on the wrong syllable. I don't care.
Okay, so let's see here. So that means that Atris is at the top of the initiative order.
She's a natural top.
Yes, sure, she is. When they pay for that.
And that's why she's on the catwalk right now.
Doing her little turn on the catwalk.
Look, I hate to peg the difference, but
All right, then is Henry.
her cats are so weird.
Yeah.
Next is, let's see, Liam and then Walter. Next would be Asmodeus. Wea.
Wei and Sonoy are both the same. So you can put us together.
Yeah, that works.
I shall call them Saya.
Wenoi.
Sonoy. And then Noah and PETA.
Werewolf at the bottom of the list.
All right. So now that we have that just as a thing, Wea, I assume you're staying in owl form, just keeping lookout on top of the watchtower.
He does have to be next to his mic right now for us to hear him. He's having audio issues.
Yes.
Or present.
Well, first let me go ahead and do a screen share, and we can go ahead and remember where we all are.
I am here.
Okay, well, first we need the host to enable screen sharing.
He hasn't heard of the thing we've said.
So anyway,
That's how
another
Wea
arrow
died.
hits Wea as the owl goes falling from the tower.
Sorry, man. I had to get some hydration.
It is fine. Could you enable screen sharing, please?
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
How the choices of my past have come back to haunt me.
Consequences.
Yep, that's
Consequence?
it. That's the big word.
Have they been enabled?
Yeah.
The consequences?
Yes.
I hope not.
Consequences are always enabled.
This sounds like a holodeck failure.
Alrighty then. So this isn't actually where y'all are. It's just until you guys actually approach from one direction or the next. Atris, you're up here on the catwalk. All of the pea soup colored markers are the cavalry members, including the young child up here who is the stable hand. We'll leave that one for Walter to murder.
Can we just make the young kid a different color just so that we all know?
Sure.
Yeah, just make him small and cute compared to the other ones.
Yeah. Give him a nice blue or pink.
There you go. A soft pink color right there for his innocence and naivete.
It's for the acne.
Yeah, there we go. Wea, you're up here on top of this tower, so not at the same level as this individual.
Yep.
So, and for those of you who remember, these are fire pits that are burning.
Yeah, they are.
Circles. I forget what this gray circle actually is.
I'm sure it's nothing we need to worry about.
I think if I remember correctly, it was a flagpole. That was it. It was a flagpole there.
See, I never see them from this perspective.
Right. A Wea's eye view from everything.
Pole becomes
And actually, this right here is a well that is right there.
Well.
way further down the well.
Hey, I just know where the bodies are going now.
Right. I mean, we do have the yeet rule now, so after San Miguel, you know how much it takes to yeet them over the wall. Although this was a much higher wall and would take much more strength to yeet them, and not just skewer them on top of the wood fence.
I did write it down last time because I think I yeeted something last game and I couldn't remember. So I do have it written down this time.
I think it was either last game or the game before where you actually yeeted the oil lantern to try and get the wraiths away from there. Okay, so we're gonna start actually with those not already there. Those of you who have not already approached, what is your plan and who's approaching where?
Okay, Walter, I got all bloodied up.
As all of you look at Liam, he looks like his prettier self. So it's a layer on top of a layer. It's original Liam before he diablerized the Nos, but looking like he's been in the worst bar brawl of his life. Clothes all dirty, blood stains, not enough where it looks like he's about to die any second, but black eye, cuts and bruises, like looks like he definitely needs medical attention, but doesn't look like he's going to die in like 3 seconds.
Look, man, I know you won the coin flip, but I'm not actually trying to just kill everyone in here. I was hoping we could find some bad dudes among the ranks, and just try to spare the good uns if we could.
Okay, look, I'm going to be really honest with you, Walter.
You?
My coin has two sides of heads.
Wait a second. Ain't that dishonest?
Oh, hi, my name is Liam.
Well, hello. I know your name. Wait a second. Fuck. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Just you know what? You're supposed to be the brains, but I'm telling you that I'm gonna find the bad dudes.
I'll tell you what. We'll flip the coin again. If it lands on heads, we'll do it your way.
All right, show me this coin. Let's go.
Pull out my two-sided coin.
It is indeed a false coin that has, as a matter of fact, Walter, give me a perception plus alertness roll. And Liam, if you're trying to hide anything.
No.
Okay, then no, just that roll.
Is there any chance I'd have a dice penalty because I'm like very distracted right now and just want to like have this solved? I'm not feeling super scrutinizing.
Sure. I'll say it's going to be difficulty 8 then because you're distracted.
Well, I got one success.
Okay. You notice as Liam pulls open a little side pocket that he has, he pulls out this coin, and in there also you notice some cards that seem to all be aces, and also some dice that, if you had to guess, were probably weighted.
Well, you gonna flip it or not? How are we gonna know if we don't get a move on?
And Liam, you can now add into your inventory 2 extra sets of aces, weighted die, and this 2-sided head coin. I will say that you can use that if you want to try and make it's going to be usually either charisma or manipulation plus
Subterfuge
to try and cheat at something.
Good old cheat rolls.
To be fair, I flipped the coin like fine.
Surprisingly, it lands on heads.
Not bad, you win.
It was meant to be, man. We just gotta. Can we tell? Maybe we should tell them that the natives attacked you, and then I'll tell them that it was us started it, and we'll see if they're like just against them anyway, and take our side.
Okay, no,
Or if they seem like they're decent, and they're like, well, y'all started it. The hell you want us to do?
I will follow your lead. You may have to carry me if I'm going to sell this.
Right. I fireman's carry Liam.
All right.
Sling him right over my shoulders.
Noah, during this whole interchange, what are you planning on doing in this?
After hearing the plan, I let them open the doors as I obfuscate the carriage with everyone inside it.
Okay, so you know that the obfuscate would still leave magical floating realistic horses. But my question is, are you planning on basically the decision you have to make is you can either stay with the carriage and stay obfuscated, which means that you probably won't be involved in the main conflict of this thing, or if your main goal is to help the group by through combat, you could obfuscate yourself and maybe those on foot. So, for example, Peta, Henry, Asmodeus, and go in the front door with them.
Did we not leave Osmodeus with the carriage?
We
You know what, I
did.
think
We
you're
left
right.
him behind.
I think you're right. You left Asmodeus behind with
Okay,
Bartleby?
so we would be on foot,
Bartleby.
and I think we were concealed, or not concealed. We were obfuscated.
and you
with,
guys
uh,
said
with
and
the
you guys had
gathering.
Henry come with you, right?
Yes.
Henry, yes, but
Or did Henry get left behind as well?
I think it was just Bartleby and Asmodeus that got left behind.
Okay. So then your plan is when the others open the door, you're gonna come in obfuscated with Peta and Henry on foot.
Yes.
Cool. Got that. All right. So that would be and then Walter, are you riding up or are you walking up?
Oh, shoot. Are any of the horses away from the carriage to begin with at this moment? Because if they're all there, I'm just walking.
I mean, some of them are with the or strap. You have the 6 horses that are tied up to the thing, but you
Yeah,
also
they were
have,
all tied to the carriage.
yeah. But you can. There are others that are just tied to it, so you can easily pick a horse and.
Seems wiser to grab my Gould horse and ride it up.
All right, and I forget. Did you ever name that horse?
I think
This
that
matters now,
it was
Walter.
one of our initial horses, actually, so I didn't have to name it. It was Lou.
All right, Lou.
I'm checking right now because I actually do have it
think that
written,
was
but
it, though.
pretty
My
certain
horse is
about
named
this.
Dobbs.
I think the only thing that's I remember being named was just our cannon. I don't even remember if Waya named his revenant horse.
He did.
Then it just probably did not hear. It's because I honestly don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
It's not an English name. That's all I remember.
Liam's
it's a
horse is number
Cherokee name.
4.
Love horsey number 4.
Next one will be number 5.
And I forget.
Oh, that was a different
Leia,
horse.
Did you
Never
give
mind.
Sonoy instructions to stay with the carriage or come with the group?
I did not give him any instructions, I do believe. Or did I say? I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure you. Let's put it this way: whether Chad did or not, I'm pretty sure Whale would have given Sonoy instructions one way or the other. Would you want him coming in with the stealth group? Would you want him just watching the perimeter, or do you want him staying with the carriage?
He'll go in with the stealth group.
Okay.
They're only humans with guns. He should be fine.
Famous last words. I mean, what? Okay. So, all right. Waya, sorry, not Waya. Walter, you get up on your horse. You have
I hoist Liam as well.
Liam draped across your arms as
I'll set him behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sitting or just like over the horse?
Exactly the
Well,
way I'm doing it right now.
Okay, stop humping the
Yeah, can
horse.
you-
Just like
I think you can hang on and not like roll off if I sling you over this.
No, I'll be fine. I'm good here. I've done this before.
I keep a hand around like on Liam's shoulder and upper arm area in case he is wrong about this.
okay.
And I amble. I don't know what I do. Canter. I head toward the gate, but not at a full gallop by any means. Just kind of a little brisk.
Because I'll say you've talked with the other group, even though they're now currently obfuscated. I'd say you would be aware of the fact that like you're having to like not go too fast because they're having to keep up on foot and hopefully get in when the gate opens.
Sure. Walter's totally thinking of that. Yeah.
All right.
I will say it's taken us until we're actually like right before view of it before I even mount up, right? So yeah,
Okay.
it's not,
So as you
not a
got
long
so
distance.
okay, so Walter, Liam, Noah. Everyone else in Noah's group is a NPC. Okay. You start approaching because you guys stopped a good half mile before approaching this place. So that way the carriage was far out of view of this place. You see it on the horizon, and as you get closer, you start seeing this 20-foot tall wall made out of thick wooden beams that have been sharpened to a point with 4 watchtowers on each of the corners. And you see some glow.
Wait, there are 4 watchtowers on each of the corners? Dang it.
Well, no. 4 watchtowers, 1 each place on each of the corners. You asshole.
I put watchtowers on your watchtowers soon.
You know what? Fine. Now there's 4 in each corner, and this can become that much harder kind of thing.
Each one is manned.
And I will say, everyone in that group, so Walter, Liam, Noah, give me a perception plus alertness roll. Difficulty is 7 just because it is at night and there's not a whole lot of light to light up this space.
See, this is why I'm surprised we never do more things at night.
You do everything at night.
Yeah.
Successes.
You said did 7?
Yes. Three successes. Four successes. Okay. Noah, you notice this. The rest of you notice this after a time. Noah, you notice this first. Having the comfort of being obfuscated, you feel a little bit more comfortable of being able to just observe everything that's going on around you. The first thing that you notice is that this is a well-kept fort. Like, this is definitely a place that has... Whoever constructed it knew what they were doing. This was not just kind of slapped together. There was definitely planning involved in this. And you also notice little bits of burn marks here and there, little bits of arrows that have been either broken off or some left midway up the tower. There have been attempts made on this structure. Nothing that would warrant you to think lupine involvement. You don't see any giant scratch marks or anything like that, but it definitely looks like the place has been attacked a couple of times, but nothing that would also indicate structural weakness. There's not like, oh, a giant burn spot that if you hit that hard enough, the place is going to collapse, which would lead you to believe that the place is pretty well fortified in defending itself from external attack. I'd say for the rest of you, you notice the same as you get closer of that, especially Walter, you have, you know, your experience with the US military and things like that. This is definitely, you heard plans for this place being built, and it shows that it is a planned structure. This wasn't just a foxhole made spur of the moment. This was a planned fort.
This here is a planned structure. This wasn't a spur of the moment foxhole. Hey, and when I'm looking at the wall, do I see any like scars from machinery, like artillery, guns?
What was your
any type
success
of
rate?
siege? I only got 2 successes, but I feel we're riding up on it, I imagine.
As you're writing up on it, I'll say you definitely see things that will seem like bullet holes. As far as like big artillery, nothing like cannon fire or like or Gatling gun fire, but definitely things that look like bullet holes in it.
All right, all right.
Okay, so Walter, if this place was planned, that means they have better shit.
It does mean they have better shit. Means that we got more to overcome if things go real bad. So maybe we don't want to start a big old riot. Maybe we just want to divide and conquer a few. And I don't know how many we're going to run into in here.
No, that's
Hey,
fine.
do
I'm
I see
talking
a
about for
flagpole
thieving.
above it? Oh, I'm sorry, Liam. What'd you say?
No, that's fine. I'm just talking about what we steal later.
Fair enough, man.
All right.
That's good thinking.
So
Do I see the flagpole?
yes, actually, it is tall enough that you see just the top of it above the wall.
All I'm wondering is if I see a flag raised all the way up or not. And
You currently do not see a flag raised. However, you know that that is common practice of as the
At
sun
night.
goes down to take down the flags. So,
just checking.
if anything, that lends to the legitimacy of this. Definitely isn't like a fort that was started by the U.S. military and then taken over by vagrants or bandits or anything like that, because they're following protocol from what you can tell from that, at least.
All right.
All right. So switching over, just going through the initiative order. Atris,
Yes.
you are up on this catwalk, the catwalk being about 15 feet up off the ground. So that way there's just enough of, you notice there's just enough spacing between the wooden pillars that are shaved down to come to points at the top. So that way if someone was like firing in between with a gun, they would be able to go in between and actually fire, but then duck behind a pillar for coverage. Again, your training, this is much more your bread and butter of what you were trained in the Bar Hakim. This is infiltration. This is analyzing the military stratagems and strengths and weaknesses. And you're looking around, and this is a pretty well-constructed fort. Again, whoever did this knew what they were doing. This is, you don't have a whole lot of notes kind of thing. Right. You also understand that it was a lot of skill and a little bit of luck that you were even able to come up the wall the way you did, kind of thing. You're on this catwalk. You see in front of you, if you're looking down the catwalk towards what would be the north,
Yes.
you see one watchtower there, and you can every so often see someone kind of walking around inside there. Behind you, if you glance behind your back, you see another. That one seems to be someone that seems to be a little bit asleep on the job. Like they don't seem to necessarily be asleep. It's hard to tell from this distance, but they are not as like, you don't sense that nervous energy as much.
Mm-hmm.
And then right in to your left, there is a relatively large structure made up of a combination of wood and mud and things like that to make this built structure. That's one of the larger ones right in front of you.
Gotcha. All right. So between the north and south guards, can Atris notice the person to the north kind of passing around a source of light, indicating that that person could be potentially seen from afar, kind of being noticed as being manned at the watchtower?
I will say that all of these watchtowers have some source of light kind of thing. They all have some kind of like oil lantern there. And you notice that the one to your south, you would go ahead and make a perception plus alertness roll. Let's see how good your eyes are. And again, I'll say, since you don't have the vampiric see in the dark thing, diff 7 just as a standard, it not being like a well-lit town or anything like that.
Oh, you got 4 successes on that one.
Yeah, okay. You get the idea that there's probably some kind of hook or something that the lantern can hang off of in the center of the roof of each of these towers. The one to the south, that's where the lantern, it's staying stationary and currently up there. They're slightly bigger than your regular hand lantern, and you get the idea that's because so that way it can produce a little bit more light. The one to the north is actually moving around. Like you get the idea that the guy is actually physically holding it, and you look and you see a couple times where he actually peers off the side and is hanging the lantern and trying to look around you and looking down and everything else. You get the idea that he's taking his watch a little bit more seriously at the moment.
All right. Because in her mind, she's thinking the target first. She wants to pick the one that's going to be missed the least, and that will be the one in the south. Sleep me on the job because he is not bouncing around light. The other one will be more easily seen. So first and foremost, she that distance. I don't know if that's going to be close enough. She wants to burn a point of celerity. However, I probably should note that I am below half blood.
Okay. So you can do that, and that's perfectly fine. You definitely know that it'll affect your self-control rules at that point.
Yes. All right. So she wants to burn a point of celerity, and essentially, under obfuscate and cone of silence, she wants to make an attempt to grab the soldier to the south and attempt to bite him.
Okay. What's your movement speed?
It's right now it's 7 because I burned to celerity point.
Okay. 7 would get you in a movement speed almost up to the tower.
Mm-hmm.
You can use your celerity to get up there. You just wouldn't have enough action to then bite him on top of it, but it would get you in position.
Damn.
You would need a second celerity to do all of them.
Damn it, I thought I was already covering my ass. Damn, I didn't mean to. In that case,
if you want, I'll let you take back the burnt celerity if you just wanted to do your movement.
Yeah, let's do that just because it's going to be a waste without burning 2 celerity. So at this point, she'll if she's since he's asleep, she'd be probably certain that she could hold position there without being alerted. So at that point, I think she'll hold until she has it.
So as you approach, Aegis will know that she has a couple of options. The towers are taller than the catwalk and the walls. They go above so that way people can actually look out and everything else. The towers are about 30 feet tall. So that's another 15 feet up to the tower. So your options are you can try and either scale it, or you see that there is a ladder on the side here. Pretty easily, she could jump off the catwalk onto the ladder and then take especially since you have the cone of silence up, so that way it wouldn't make noise, could then scale that ladder into the watchtower.
Okay. I think that's the one thing I wasn't getting is that there was a difference of elevation between the catwalk and the tower. So getting it would so right now she's currently at the base of the tower. So if she had burnt the celerity, would that have gotten her to the level and that's it? Or
if she had burnt the celerity, it would get you up into the watchtower, basically crouched behind this guy, and then that would be your turn until the next round.
Okay.
Also,
because I'm just curious how she would have been able to see. All right, so we'll go ahead and go with the original plan, have her burn the celerity and have her position herself behind the sleeping.
Just do a quick Dex athletics roll for me, please. Standard difficulty, because again, this is your bread and butter. So
don't double botch.
Also, right now we only have butter. We don't have any bread, which is sad.
We got a 6, 6, 8, 7, 2 10s.
Yeah.
One more 6, so 7 successes.
Yeah, no. Again, this is what you were trained to do, essentially. This and fucking are the two things you know you're good at, kind of.
I imagine the Atris not only got up there and spun around, but also somehow like Sailor Moon changed outfits in the middle of it.
Somehow did the hero 3-point landing kind of thing. Just silently, like Wea Owl is just sitting there with a scorecard and lifting up a 10 kind of thing. Just okay. Give me a perception alertness. This is going to be difficulty 9 though, because you're not right up against the wall closest to the front of the base.
Difficulty 9. That's a nod on that one.
None?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have no idea where the rest of your group is. You're very focused on taking this guy out. And as you approach, you do see it is a younger guy, not like young, probably like early 20s, 21, 22, something like that. Reddish blonde mustache that he has in a bit of a curl. Reddish blonde hair in a US cavalry outform, sitting there with a rifle, leaning up against the central post of this tower. He's not asleep. You notice he is very much awake, but just kind of obviously looking bored, kind of humming to himself.
Not exactly focused.
Just kind of like picking the dirt out from underneath his nails, humming Camp Down Ladies. Just kind of, it seems like he's been here a while and not a whole lot happens, so he's not really super alert. Okay. Wea, is there, well, even though I'm going slightly out of order here just for this first one, Wea, is there anything else you want to do other than stay on top of that tower and observe?
I am waiting for something to happen.
Okay. As of right now, you're noticing just the normal of the soldiers kind of sitting there. Actually, what I also need you to do, Wea,
Okay.
I believe you have don't you have a flaw based on the US cavalry?
I do.
Would you mind reading that flaw for the folks at home? Sticking
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. It's somewhere. Sorry, a lot of pages to the binder. Okay. All right. You have a score to settle and are obsessed with taking your revenge. It becomes your overriding priority in any situation where you encounter the object of your revenge. You can temporarily resist the urge for revenge by spending 1 willpower point. That's what I got.
So I need to know, Wea, are you choosing to spend a willpower point now or not?
I will spend a willpower point.
Okay. Wea, as you look down at these soldiers in their uniforms, before you were very focused on, okay, I'm here for recon, I'm here for the group, we're on a mission, there's a bigger goal here, this is a means to an end of healing up so that way we can then attack the lupines. The lupines are the main issue here. But you see their uniforms in the firelight. Those blue and gold uniforms, and your mind flashes back to them attacking your people. You and the other warriors trying to fight against them, being outnumbered and outgunned, being led on the long march, seeing the elderly and women and children abused, and those who have already surrendered being treated absolutely horribly. And the desperation that led you to making this decision of meeting your sire and going down this path, and your mind flashes back to the Cherokee lupine that you guys met in the cells underneath San Miguel, and her words of how your life could have been different had you not walked down this path. And you can't help but wonder, if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for these people, how differently your life would have been. And for a split second, you feel the beast rising up inside you. And you hear that voice in your head that's been haunting your nightmares for so long now, going, good, good. Let it all out, Wea. They deserve it. If anyone ever deserved it, they did. But in that moment, you know that there's a bigger mission here. You know that there's a bigger moment, and you push it down. But still, you know your heart's not beating, your blood is not flowing, but you feel that heat in your chest, and that and it's like trying to hold down this rage that's inside you, but you're able to hold on to it for this moment. Nothing like an owl having an existential crisis. Feathers all fluffed up, and Atris, I need you to make a self-control roll for me, please.
I was wondering when that was coming up.
Oh, it's coming up. I haven't forgotten. I'm just
2 successes.
uh-huh. You consciously know that this mortal would give you no satisfaction on quenching your thirst. And it is that knowledge and that knowledge alone that, as you look at this person and you know that you could do it in a heartbeat kind of thing. And speaking of heartbeat, you almost swear that you hear his. And you can just see the veins in his neck just pulsing, and the ruddy red complexion of his skin underneath the firelight of the oil lantern kind of thing. You could do it so easily. But that's not what you're here for, and that's not going to help you in this moment. And again, you think back on that djinn and whether or not this wish has been more of a help or a hindrance. But you hold and you stay focused.
Yeah, until my next turn.
And I will say, Atris, that for the remainder of this turn, none of the other humans are going to trigger you because you succeeded on this. If other kindred start getting injured and Vitae is exposed, that might be a different situation.
Yeah, that one I know is a bit more difficult to overcome.
Yep. It's more difficult for vampires in a regular situation. You and your current situation is going to be an even bigger situation. All right, back to the main group at the front door. Walter, you have mounted your horse. Liam is straddling it on the back, just kind of hung over. You are approaching. Noah, you and your group, which comprise of Sonoy, Henry, Peta, are all walking stealthily behind you. Walter, you approach the front gate. You notice it is a 20-foot tall gate. There is a large wooden double set of doors there, which seem to be a combination of wood and a little bit of metal. You do see that it is reinforced in places with metal bracers and things like that to hold everything together. So again, it tells you that there is some money and some planning that was behind on this base, which also then kind of leads to wondering about the importance of this base and what its true mission and purpose actually is.
Interesting. I mean, I'll comment that to Liam, but I'm gonna continue forward.
Okay.
What do the
And-
doorknobs look like?
Oh, there's a lot of reinforced stuff here. This is a legit base. They're doing something here.
This is
And
gonna be
I'm
fun.
gonna pick up the pace a little bit so that if anyone, marks my horse approaching, then I don't look like I'm just ambling up.
All right. Let's see how observant. Do you call out, or are you going to wait to see if they notice you first?
I'm gonna wait until I get up to the door before I call out.
Okay. All right. You hear Walter, this would be on Walter and company. This would be on your left. Atris, this would be on your right, hearing across the way from the watchtower at the same level as you, but on the what would be your right hand side.
Got it.
Hold. And you hear call out from here, and immediately Atris, the person that you were watching that was kind of blah blah blah, immediately perks up and is going up to the edge and pointing their rifle towards this way.
Oh, prime position. Thank you.
I'll slow down and wave at the guy on the left. Not like friendly but just, like I see him and like I need his attention.
State your name and business.
Mister, I got a hurt dude here. We got attacked and I need help of some kind. I'm doing okay. He's not doing too good.
This here is a U.S. cavalry base. If you're needing medical assistance, I suggest you make your way to the nearest town.
You know how close the nearest town is to here?
Yes, I do. And if he's that badly hurt, you better get moving pretty fast. I don't see
And
how
this
that's
man's
any
gonna
business of
die. I
ours.
just need supplies or something. I'm ex-military myself, man.
Go ahead and make not for that, because that is true, but for the other bit of him being hurt, go ahead and make a charisma plus subterfuge roll. And I'll say it's only standard difficulty because Liam's helping you sell it.
He also looks a certain way.
Yeah, but you're far off. They can't see that. They just see that there's some bodies thrown over.
The moaning
Even
reset.
human eyes.
How well do I sell it? Well, you said it's standard, but I have a friendly face. So this 5 is totally also a success, and that's 3 successes, I think. It's a charisma roll. It's a
Yeah.
social roll.
Yeah. You stay right there and you keep your hands where I can see them.
Don't got nowhere else to go. Thank you, sir.
Tell him I have to pee.
You
That used
hear
to work
him-
all the time when we were alive.
You hear him call down, Jonah, Wilkins, Booth, Go check and see what's going on.
Really? They named them that in that order?
God damn it.
They may as well have named one Abraham and then Lincoln.
I do like Ham. He's nice.
Quick, come up with a different name. Don't say your own name. P. Tier. Griffin. Peter Griffin. Damn it.
I like it. Sounds original.
All right. So, Atris and Wea, you see these groups from the fire here moving towards the front gate. You see them moving the beam. It takes the three of them to move it, and then wheeling the doors where the doors are moving. Actually, you guys have to kind of back up a little bit as the doors move outward towards you, which you get makes sense because it's a siege strategy of so that way the doors don't automatically already naturally want to bend inward. As the doors open up, you see 3 U.S. cavalry soldiers, guns aimed at you, not necessarily in a like we're about to shoot you, but very much at the ready, so that way if you make a quick move, they're going to notice it.
Look, man, this my friend's hurt here. It's been a hell of a night.
How did he get hurt?
See, we were out and trying to be in the lands up here and got attacked by the natives in the out west. It's west of here, right? Like the natives are? Got
Yes.
out west of here. And maybe we shouldn't have gotten close. Shit, man. I don't have an excuse for it, but all I know is this man's my friend, and he's gonna have a hell of a time if we don't get some kind of attention.
Okay, roll one more charisma plus subterfuge roll for me, please, Walter.
I'd like to awe them.
Oh, you want all of them? Okay.
I would
Do your
like to
thing,
awe
man.
them right now.
Do your thing.
DM, can I hear this conversation?
This
I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna.
As an owl.
I'll say that you heard the one guy shout out of John. Sorry.
Jonah
Wilkins and Booth. To you heard that. Everything else is being said. You can hear that conversation is happening, but picking up the specifics of it, you don't.
And seeing the people by the fire, are they turned to look at the front too?
Yes.
So everyone's looking straight front and center right now.
Yeah. Because at this point, this is where the action is taking place. So everybody is now, not everybody's running up to the front because there hasn't been an alarm set off, but it's more of the attention is there because that's where stuff is happening.
Okay. I'm going to spend 1 blood point.
Okay.
Make sure I have a good grasp on where I am.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend the time and transform back into Wea.
Okay.
Does that make any like loud like the action of it doesn't make noise?
Go ahead and roll a Dex plus Stealth roll. And for the record, we cannot see you right now, Chad.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. 3 successes. You very subtly, as your wing starts to turn into an arm, you hold on to the side, and the snow and things up there up on the ledge do not shift. So thus, you do not feel like you've done anything to draw adverse attention to yourself.
Okay, so it's gonna take like 3 rounds, so this is going to take like 18 seconds to do that.
Right.
But
Again,
what?
technically, right now we're not in combat.
Yeah.
So
So-
I'll say you're transformed.
Cool. I just want to make sure that I have a good grasp, and I'm kind of low, so I'm not just like some dude standing on top of a roof. I'm like kind of
Right.
concealing
No,
myself.
you're kind of like low to the ground, trying
Is some
to.
dude crouching on a roof?
Right. Crouching
Yeah.
owl. Crouching owl, hidden where.
That's my desire. Go ahead.
All right. I'll say at this point, like the 18 seconds have happened. You have transformed. You are in where form.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Walter, how did that second roll go for you?
Well, so I used awe, which is a roll,
Uh-huh.
and the result was 2 people, 2 successes, which translates to 2 people.
Okay.
And then did you say that it should be charisma subterfuge?
Yes.
Then let's do that.
Liam is not technically looking at Walter, so he's not affected by the.
It's not dominate, but it affects the people
It
with
is-
the lowest willpower first, I think.
Yeah, it does. So
Oh.
the humans would be affected long before the people. I mean the vampires.
I got 1 success on my subterfuge roll, on my charisma subterfuge. Wait. Yeah, it's 1.
Okay.
My friendly face did not help this roll.
Okay. You notice that 2 of the guards, the one most on the left and right, are now looking at you in awe, where the one in the center seems to, again, not being adversely aggressive, but being at least aware and cautious. Right. Damn engines doing things like this. All right, Wilkins, you have something of a medical background. Why don't you go and check things on? You notice the guy, black hair with a little bit of gray in it, wearing glasses, hair very closely kept, being the one coming a little bit more cautious as he comes up and again has a pistol at the ready, but again isn't like just leveling it at you, just has it drawn.
Liam is going to like feign breathing.
Okay. I need
He's like-
you
he's like,
to give
Expand torso, contract torso.
me what's your humanity rating currently?
It's 4. However, we did put me on the path to a power instead. So.
Right. So because of that, I'm going to need you to make a charisma plus performance roll. Difficulty is, let's see. You're at 4. Yeah, that's going to be difficulty 8.
Charisma performance?
Yeah.
Okay. The good thing is I have 7 dice. How many times can this go wrong?
What you're basically trying to do is remember how to human.
You are human. That's how you say it.
Is it diff 8?
Yes.
Okay, well, so far I've at least got 2 10s. So let's just see
Okay.
how these do on the reroll. Damn it. Okay. The rerolls rolled into a 1 and a 9, so they cancel out. So you got 2 with the 10s.
Okay. 2 is enough to. Luckily, right now it's not much of a speaking roll. It is just remembering to inhale, exhale, moan. Inhale, exhale, moan.
That's gonna be the title of today's episode.
Right.
You take my breath away.
The guy starts looking over Liam and shit. All right. He nods to the other guys, and the other guys very willing. Yeah, no, please come in. And their attention is just fully on Walter. Like they are just Yeah, no, please get on in here. Come on in.
Look, y'all, I'm real grateful. but this is real bad for him. It means a lot. As I have the horse walk in. Hopefully
Well,
this
none of you, my
debacle of
enormous
like
fortune too.
The one known as Jonah shouts out to the guy on the left tower. Well, let him in. We got our wounded man here. It was the engines.
So I'm hoping that I've taken enough time at this door, just like that the other folks can walk up if they had chosen to.
So Noah, you see this whole thing play out as the doors open up. Do you want to try and run in with your group?
Yes.
I need you to make a Dex plus Stealth roll. Difficulty is 7. And I'm gonna see how your compatriots do as well. This is gonna be a group success or failure.
Let's go, comrades.
Chad, make Sonoy very stealthy.
Hmm.
I just rolled 6 successes. And
All
only
right.
won 1.
Well, PETA just added 4 to that for you
Back.
because he got 3 10s. Let's see how Henry does. Oof. Not as great for Henry. 2 successes for Henry, so that's still decent. And then Chad, I need you to roll for Sonoy, please.
Two successes.
Okay. No critical failures or anything super bad. So Noah, you and your group move in. Where are you headed once you get through the door?
I would probably head to the right.
Okay. Which way in the right? Like where?
I would try to skirt along the wall as much as I can,
Okay.
away from fire.
All right. I'll say you get about here-ish. And I'll say all of you are very much aware of, while you're currently not near it enough to have to make a check, those fires are definitely big enough that if you were to approach them, you would have to make a red fear check. Because they seem to be 4 different controlled but still larger bonfires that these soldiers are using to keep themselves warm in the middle of winter. All right. As you guys come in, they close the doors behind you, put the beam back. Wilkins goes, right, we need a stretcher over here. And 2 more individuals actually. Come out of this structure here with a stretcher as they come running up here.
Wow. Y'all are ready for stuff to happen. I'm impressed.
This is the U.S. cavalry, where, of course, ready for things. And the two individuals, one of them looking like an older guy, not by all means old, but probably in his like 40s ish. Hair starting to go gray. Looks like it was probably blonde at one point, but now it's peppered with a whole lot of gray. Mustache goatee combo. And another one that again looks like a younger guy, looks like he's about 19, something like that. A little bit of acne on the face, and some freckles, more of a ginger look to him. They go and they are gingerly trying to take Liam off of your horse.
Ah!
All right there, son, just be careful. Looks like we got a dandy here.
I can't feel my legs. Someone rub up near the center of the thighs.
And the older guy goes, as they turn you over and they put you on the stretcher, here, drink this, it'll help. And he pulls out a flask and holds it to your lips.
Is that imported?
It'll help numb the pain, son.
Oh, fine. Oh,
And I forget, do you have eat food as a merit? Okay, cool. It smells like paint thinner. It is pure grain alcohol. This is whew.
Moonshine 101.
But yeah, it is strong stuff. We're talking like 90 proof. This is Everclear. Like this is and he hands that to you.
Nice.
And the older guy, oh no, he doesn't take Walter, he takes Liam.
Oh, Liam.
Oh Jesus Christ, it won't let me grab the right ones. Okay.
As they start pulling him, I'm gonna dismount, and if Liam allows himself to be put on the stretcher, I'm gonna look at you and then stand up, kind of like back toward the horse, and cock my head at Liam, like I'm not coming with him.
Okay. As they the older guy looks to you, Walter, and goes, "Don't worry, he's in good hands." As they cart him off in this direction. And I will say, Atris, are you watching this, or are you keeping your focus on your target?
She would be more focused on her target at the right now.
You hear commotion, you hear people talking, you heard a little bit when they were shouting kind of thing, but as far as the more subtle conversation, you're not picking up on it, and you're not taking your eyes off this guy who still has a rifle there, but again, it seems to be a more relaxed state at this point. They've been allowed entrance in. He's still watching, so that way if things turn south, he can react. But his focus is now on the more interesting thing that's happening. Which kind of
Just
puts
a
him...
lonesome cowboy and his horse, and then his dandy beat up friend.
So
Nothing
Liam,
else happening.
you are taken in here to further split the party. This, however, you, Walter, as all this is happening,
Oh no.
the two guys that are odd at you just like, so what are you doing in these parts? Like, what's going on? And again, the one known as Wilkins is giving you a much more discerning eye. Again, go ahead and give me a perception plus empathy roll, please.
Ooh, all right, will do. I have something I'm actually trying to perceive about these guys that's different from empathy in a moment. And it's,
after we roll this, please let me know what that is, and we can have you roll that as well.
oh, this is a good roll. 4, 5.
Okay. The two guys that you've awed, it's clear that you've awed them. Like they are looking at you like you are the most amazing thing that they have seen in quite some time. And they are eager to ask you questions, not in an accusatory way, but more in they want to know everything about you and know your whole story. Wilkins, however, is eyeing the two of them and seeming a little bit like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? You know how this goes. If these guys have been stationed at this fort, there's a good chance that they've been stationed here for quite some time. So all these guys know each other pretty well and know their ins and outs and personalities and stuff like that. So he's looking at them acting kind of odd and looking at you, not necessarily in a accusatory fashion with 5 successes, but more of you get an idea that Wilkins in general, who seems to be the oldest of these three, at least, you would guess late 30s, early 40s, kind of hard to tell. It's a hard life, so it's hard. People look kind of older than they are. Is by nature the more distrusting and is just keeping an eye on everything and not completely letting his guard down, but not completely holding you at gunpoint either.
Something isn't adding up for him.
Right.
That's all right. I would
What
like to.
What was it that you want to discern?
I'd like to perceive how good, how well buttoned up their uniforms and so on are, as well as attempt to identify if I see someone who looks like they're in command based on how they're dressed in my
All right.
immediate.
All right.
Setting.
Go ahead and give me. This would be more of a. This wouldn't be really perception as much as
Wits?
Wits plus. Honestly, this is wits plus etiquette. This is military etiquette that you're trying to perceive.
Oh God. Well, I don't have any etiquette points. So let me re-roll this.
But I will say,
the giant gun name etiquette.
I will say that normally that would make the difficulty higher. However, given that your personal character's backstory, hopefully to be released soon, it's one of those things of, I'll say, standard difficulty. Just roll your standard diff.
Well, I got one.
Okay. They all look pretty well buttoned up, given the fact that it's the middle of winter and they're outside. Their uniforms look, at the most part, relatively clean as out here gets. You don't see anyone immediately that looks like they are more in command than others, or at least in charge of this whole thing. However, you do look at Wilkins and see that you're looking at the stripes on his shoulder, and it looks like he probably has a little bit of command. Not anything high up. He's definitely not in charge of the base, but he's definitely not your regular just grunt.
Look, I gotta be honest with you. My friend was trying to get something to sell and make some kind of deal, and we ended up in the native territory. And to be honest with you, our party maybe made a bad decision. We kind of made the natives angry, and they came after us, and now it's the two of us.
Okay. And I'll say, for the record, this guy would probably be a corporal.
Oh, all right.
So this would probably be Corporal Wilkins, if you had to address him. So again, some rank.
I'll say. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Some rank, but not like the top, anywhere near the top necessarily.
I'll say all of that, and then end it by looking his way and go, Corporal
Wilkins, and your name?
Yeah, it's Waldron. Waldron's name. I shake his hand.
Damn it.
By the way, have you guys spent the blood for blood of health?
I have not.
It's
All right.
dark. I have the marriage for it.
Right. I'll say it is dark, but you are very aware that if the light comes out, you guys look pale as fuck. As he reaches out your hand and he's looking at you like that's not a name I've ever heard before. This young lad walks up, can't be more than 14.
Of course.
Platinum blonde hair, blue eyes, in a small uniform. You get the idea that he is probably a stable hand, but still conscripted. And hey there, mister. You mind if I take your horse?
Well, little man, I guess I'd appreciate that, but I just want to finish our. Yeah, go ahead. Where's your stable at?
In the back. And my name's
Any
Franklin,
points?
not little man.
Oh, you got it, Franklin.
That's
I'll,
right,
I'll
little
give my
shit.
best
I'm gonna
smile.
humanize him. I'm gonna humanize him before you murder him.
Come
Wow, I didn't just come here to murder all the children.
that's just
Sometimes
a
you spare
bonus.
one so that they can watch. All right. He pointed in the direction of the stable. Now I know
he
where my
points
horse will
behind
go.
him, and you can see a structure, not the one immediately behind you, but one further back, and it's a longer, lower to the ground structure, and you get the idea that that might be what he's talking about.
I'll thank Franklin like I did, and I think I've been talking to him for a while, so I'll take a beat.
All right. So okay, so that's that. Liam, you are taken into this building here.
So it's a building, right? The door closes.
Correct.
All right.
And you quickly go ahead and give me a perception plus alertness roll. Between your fake groaning and belly aching and everything else. Three? Okay. You quickly look around and this looks like a barracks to you. You see the multiple bunk beds, the cots lined up in here. You get the idea that this place doubles as a barracks. You see some tables and chairs kind of pushed off to the side at this point in night. And you get the idea this is also like where they eat and places like that. Like this room has a multi-purpose room. It is where they sleep. It is where they eat. And if need be, this doubles as an infirmary too, if it so comes to that. They take you to one of the beds, and these guys now I won't say this is your common sense merit for the night, but you do get that all of these wounds are illusionary. They are going to get ready to start treating you, and there's going to be a certain point where like they're noticing that like you're not actually wounded.
There are certain points on Liam's body it would turn out.
Yeah, mainly the shoulders.
The second that they start lifting me like off the stretcher and onto a bed, and I have them kind of both like there, I'm immediately going to use awe.
Okay, do your thing. Because that's what they're doing right now. They're like, all right, 1, 2, 3. And they start lifting you over.
Oh,
Oh, I will also say for the record, how many did you said you got 3 successes?
for the perception?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other individuals that you clock in here who are currently asleep. You get the idea that the nighttime guards are kind of taking their rounds and everything else, but these 5 guys are currently off duty and sleeping.
5 guys.
And then on my I also got three successes.
Okay. I don't know how it works on sleeping unconscious people. I don't think it really affects them. I think they have to visually see you.
Yeah, not really concerned with them. Just really focus on the 2.
But yeah, these 2 guys, as they put you on one of the beds, are sitting there and they are just both looking at you. Oh, wow, mister.
And I'm just gonna sit up and kind of on the edge of the bed, like, my gentlemen, I don't know what y'all have done so far, but you certainly have a healer's touch.
Well, yeah, yeah. But you shouldn't be sitting up, not with them wounds. The younger guy's saying this, and
Oh, my apologies. I've been face down on that horse for some time. It just feels good to be upright, and this here moonshine is doing quite the trick. The room's kind of spinning. Like, have you tried this?
the older gentleman goes, yeah, I'm the one who makes it, and I must say it has many medicinal properties that keeps us all live and healthy.
Let me just see that. And Liam just starts pouring some of it a little bit over it, just to get some of the fake blood to start running off.
She's my cherry pie. Sure. It's like,
No, stay.
All right. Well, right.
Now this is a barracks. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna keep my voice down. But this is a barracks as well as your medical tent.
It serves as many purposes. By the way, my name's the old guy is speaking. By the way, I'm Benjamin, and this is Thomas here.
Oh, well, it is mighty wonderful to meet both of you, Benjamin, Thomas. My name is Pietro Griffin.
Does that mean he's a Mexican? And
No, sir. I am definitely as chromatically challenged as they come. But now this moonshine here is mighty wonderful. But since we are in a medical tent, y'all have anything a bit stronger for the nerves? Something that might do me well to get me a good night's rest?
I have something, but first we need to treat those wounds. But hold on, let me go ahead and make a charisma plus this would be charisma plus expression, and it's going to be difficulty 4 because you've odd them. So basically, don't botch.
5 successes.
Okay. I need to check something real quick. Yeah, no, okay. This would still be in that time period. Cool. Benjamin Benjamin nods to Thomas, and Thomas goes and he comes back with a little tiny box, and opens it up, and there's a fine white powder inside. And he takes a pinch of that, adds it to some water, mixes it up, and hands it to you.
Oh. Now this will do the trick. It'll knock me right out, right?
It showed right away, sir.
Now, Benjamin, I do apologize. I'm just a bit frightened here. Would you mind testing it out for me? And then I'm going to use dominate and use command. Go ahead, take a sip.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. By the way, before you do that real quick, Liam, go ahead and give me an int. Wits plus medicine roll, please.
I have no medicines. It's going to be straight wits.
Okay, so that's going to be difficulty 8 then.
1.
This is cocaine.
You don't say.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
I checked it out. This was still used in medical practices in this time period as a drug for medicine.
To cocaine.
I'm going to roll my manipulation roll real quick.
So you're riding the white dragon at this is like...
4 successes on the mesmerize.
Yeah, fuck. Okay. Benjamin just kind of goes glossy-eyed for a second and grabs it, and Thomas is sitting there going, and just he's already sitting there taking a sip of it.
Ooh, now that might hit you a bit hard. You might want to sit down on this bed next to me.
I don't know. I don't do drugs. I'm sorry, people at home. I don't know what it is. Like, not those anyway.
Now, about how long until the effects start to kick in?
Pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced. You may want to finish that off, sir.
Like, are you using another command?
Sure, it doesn't cost me anything.
I was thinking this was going to be laudanum. I don't know when that existed.
Too.
All right. Yeah, this is more American. Yeah. I'm just saying there's a reason that Coca-Cola was called what it was called for a long time. Yeah. I mean, it's a human. He's glug glug glug. Thomas, Benjamin, god dang, why'd you do a damn fool thing like but then he's also focused on you, and he's very torn right now, and he's sitting here going,
I'm just gonna put my finger up to his lips. So shh.
At this point you start hearing some of the other guys who are sleeping. Oh god damn, who's making all that? No.
Now we don't want to wake anyone up, do we? It would be impolite.
But he's not sick. You are. Like, this is for you.
Well, now, if you would just do me one kindness, and I will absolutely let you choose. Can I just get a hug?
What?
It's been so long since I felt safe.
Are you?
Oh, young man, I am insulted.
Okay. Because I'll say do a charisma. No, this is manipulation. Fuck that. This is manipulation plus empathy. Difficulty, I'll say, is 5 because he's odd, but you're also asking him to do a really weird thing. as this U.S. cavalry soldier is being asked to hug a bleeding, wounded man. Fuck. Okay, sure. Uh,
Now, does this
Nice.
count as him being grappled?
Oh no.
if you hold on tight enough, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be like in close quarters.
He kind of awkwardly is doing one of those side, like he's coming in on the side hug kind of thing.
It's okay. I'll make sure the crotches don't touch. We're just gonna be up top.
Are you still sitting down on the bed?
No, I got up.
Okay, so yeah, Benjamin is now on the bed as high as a kite, and you stand up and you give this guy a hug, and he kind of gives you like a side hug kind of thing.
Oh, good. His neck is turned to the side. I'm gonna bite him and take 2 blood points and knock him out.
Okay. Okay. I need you, let's see. I need you to make 2 different rolls for me, please.
Okay.
One is going to be your dex plus brawl.
It's a shame there's no common sense roll. Just that merit.
Standard diff?
Yeah.
Okay, then 4.
Yeah, you hold on to him and you take 2 blood. And he's a younger guy, so he falls into your purview of what you can eat.
That's why I knew which one I gave the cocaine to.
Now I need you to make a dex plus stealth roll. Difficulty 8, please.
I'm going to spend 2 willpower.
Was that before or after you rolled?
I haven't rolled yet. They're still in my hand.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna spend because like I have a lot of dice for this, but you said diff 8.
Yes.
Yes, I don't trust that difficulty.
Yeah, especially given, I'll let you know that while high, Benjamin is still looking at you.
No one knows what's going on here.
Ah, dude, it's high as fuck.
Why are you kissing that man's neck?
It's all love in here, brother.
Yeah.
I'm so glad, but thanks to the willpower and some ones that knocked me down a little bit, I got to 3.
Okay. Benjamin doesn't pick up that you're biting this guy as he suddenly and goes limp in your arms. But he's going, Benjamin starts going, Thomas, what the fuck is, oh God, my head. What the fuck are you fellers doing? And jump to Noah. Your group is quietly, stealthily hidden right about where the map is showing. What are you doing? You saw, I'll say everything you saw these 3 guys talking with Walter, this younger stable hand come up, take his horse, walk away with it. These 2 guys come out of the building that is dead in front of you, take Liam on a stretcher, and take him inside. That's all the information you are now currently aware of. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hold hands with my little group of invisible people, and I'm gonna take them behind the building, along the wall to the right, towards the back outpost.
All right, so around here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sonoe cannot hold hands as he does not have them, but he will, using scent, follow closely behind.
Strong scent, that is.
All right. And what are you planning on doing? Are you just holding there for now, or are you?
You know what? My question is, these watchtowers are up high and they're kind of a platform. Does that mean there's a space underneath them? Can I literally take my group under that back corner platform?
Go ahead and give me a perception plus investigation roll, or perception plus alertness. Just tell me which one it is. Are you going to do alert?
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay, that's going to be a little bit higher difficulty, so that's going to be difficulty 7.
Okay. So 4 successes.
Having the comfort of knowing that you are obfuscated, you are looking closely around this tower, and you notice flush against one of the walls, not necessarily hidden, but not necessarily made to look like an obvious door. There is a panel of the watchtower that seems like it would open. However, you do know that in opening it, it would cause you to drop obfuscate. Because the watchtower itself seems to be a solid structure, but it seems like there is a panel here that would open up. There's a little indent where someone's hand can go to open it up like a door, and to indicate that there is something underneath this structure.
No, that's all right. I think the smart move would be for me to climb the ladder
Okay.
and take out the man.
All right. So what I'll say is, for right now, that gets you. Do you whisper anything to the rest of the group? Are you giving any instructions or anything?
I might just push the person that's following me to kind of stop them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, no verbal instructions, just having them stop nearby.
Okay. We'll say that they stop around here, and I'll say that gets you to the base of the ladder right here on that turn, because that got you all the way around and over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Atris.
Yes.
Like I said, you heard some commotion, then you heard some talking, though you couldn't make out all the chatter, and you're noticing this guy kind of very much intent on what's going on out that direction, but it seems to be a little bit less at the ready kind of thing. It seems like he's relaxed a little bit, realizing that there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. Little does he know.
Mm-hmm. So while he's distracted and while under a cone of silence, Atreus wants to hold him for biting.
Okay. So first, go ahead and make a grapple roll for me, please. Which I believe, if I remember correctly, is...
It's strength and brawl. I remember reading that up. Was contested.
Yep, against the target's dex plus athletics.
So is it standard difficulty?
Yep.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
The guy get a dodge roll when he doesn't know Atreus is there?
It's not so much a dodge roll, it's more of if she's... He doesn't dodge her initial contact, but it's more of a, as the mechanics work out, if she's trying to hold him, does she successfully hold the guy, or just grab his shoulders and then he breaks free going, what the fuck?
Dang.
Okay, let's see. Now I will say that I purposely made this difficulty 8 because for him, not you, because he was obfuscated. However, he did roll an 8 and a 10. Tie goes to the defender. So I will say he is currently not held, but he also currently can't make any noise. And you see him turn around. You drop obfuscate because you made contact with the guy. And he's sitting there going, and and seems currently distracted for half a second that he's currently not making any noise. What do you do?
She wants to basically simultaneously, depending on if the rifle's in front, grab the rifle, use it to pull him forward, and basically try to punch him in the face.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make a Dex plus Brawl roll for me, please. And don't forget to add any, well, first it's Dex plus Brawl, and then if you have potence, don't forget to add that.
I don't have any potence, but that is something I will get later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 rerolls.
Hey, you know what disciplines you can get off Walter, right?
Yes, I know I can get potence off of him, so that will happen somewhere in the future. In terms of successes, meanwhile, H has got 5 successes.
Okay, strength plus 4, please.
Now, if Atris punches with her fun bags instead of her fists, does she get 2 attacks?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
Another 5 successes.
5 successes. Okay.
Oh no.
Did I just bludgeon this guy to death?
No, he's currently what would be considered mauled. So you go, and again, Atris, you're not just some damsel in distress. You are a trained assassin. You clock this guy across the face. You see his, no sound, but you see his nose suddenly do this. And blood just come pouring over his mouth and down his chin. Just silent like, okay. He's gonna try and shoot at you. He's gonna try and pull a pistol from his side, and you're holding on to his rifle. He's pulled forward. He's gonna try and pull a pistol and shoot at you. Are you gonna try and dodge because it is a point blank thing?
You know what? I'm gonna test my forward too. I'm not gonna dodge.
Okay.
We're gonna see how this goes.
Learning from Liam. That's fine. Just share it, man. It's fine.
All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Famous last words.
It's fine.
It's just a bullet wound.
Tis but a flesh wound. All right, let me double check.
But bullets to us do bashing damage, right?
That is correct.
So you get to use fortitude plus your stamina.
The only time they do more is if it's a like holy weapon or something like that that does more than. But that's why vampires. This is a weird time for vampires. On one hand, bullets do almost nothing to them, so it's a good time to be a vampire. But bullets are getting like firearms are getting more advanced, and the food supply is killing itself off. So hence why like the Civil War was like a big thing where like Camarilla was like, you know what, we might not need to have a stronger hand on the development of humanity because they might kill themselves off. So, all right, that's 6 plus 4, so that's 10 dice of damage.
Shit.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and Hal will use Chad's gem die to see if that's the one that fucks you over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a reroll 8. So 8 halved is 4 bashing. You can go ahead and try and soak that.
Oh, 1, 2. Only 2 for the soak.
Okay, so you take 2 bashing damage as he unloads and shoots straight into your chest. Luckily, it's not your head, because if it was your head at point blank, that Danny, to your question, the only other time that bullets are considered lethal damage is if it's a headshot.
How is your headshot?
No complaints.
You know, glossy, you know, 7x11, black and white. But anyway, so yeah, you take 2 bashing as he unloads his pistol into your chest, and you feel the bullet even with your fortitude. You get the idea that it doesn't do as much damage as it normally would, but you definitely feel it pierce the skin and get through. I will let you take one more action before we move to someone else. Again, we're technically not in combat. It's just a, you know, what each group is doing.
Sure. Since she's already in close proximity, she would like to try to attempt another hold action for bite.
Okay. Against this guy's dex plus athletics.
Okay, would pump strength.
He's mauled. He's got some dice penalties.
Oh, you pump strength?
No, I was about to say I would, but unfortunately I don't have the blood to really spend for that. Really. 1, 2, 3, 4 with 1 reroll. 5 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you grab him this time. That 5, he got 4 successes, so you beat him by 1. So you grab hold of him.
And I want to start draining blood from him.
Okay. So let's see. How much blood are you going to try and take from this guy?
I'm only limited to 3 per turn.
Okay. So I'll say you. I'm just asking in the long run. Are you planning on draining this guy dry? Like, what are you planning on doing?
Oh, yeah, this guy's gonna be completely drained.
Okay. So I'll say he has a blood pool of 10, but humans are only half value for you, so you can get 5 blood points out of this guy.
Okay, that puts me just that puts me at 11 out of 15. So that definitely helps me.
So that gets you above half, so you no longer have to make self-control rolls. So Atris, you, knowing that you are the assassin that you are, you know what? Just for flair, give me a Dex Athletics roll, please.
You have glitter fangs? What?
Pizzazz. Let's see if you razzle dazzle them while you're at it.
11 die I'm rolling. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like six successes. Blah, tongue twister.
Okay. You kick his feet out from under him and pin him down to the ground, so that way he gets below the barrier, so that way no one else can see him, kind of thing. Now, again, you know that this might also spring an alert if they notice that they don't see anyone at their post, kind of thing. But at the very least, they don't see a brunette woman mauling a dude in the middle of this tower. As you just continue to, it's going to take you several minutes to do this, but you are desanguinating this guy as you are just draining him dry. For the record, also, guys, any markers that are going to be white tokens are going to be dead bodies.
Ooh, discoverable dead bodies.
Just so that way, exactly, that's the point. That's something where if, you know, someone starts walking around, someone starts doing their thing, you know that could potentially be something that is discovered.
Just do Assassin's Creed and throw them in the tall grass that's inside every fort for no good reason.
Right. Random hay bales. All right, Wea.
Okay, I got some questions.
I got some answers. Let's see if they match.
How long has it been since Liam was taken into the building?
I'll say if we jump back to you, he's just been taken off.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, damn.
Because again, all of these things are kind of happening simultaneously.
Yeah. Okay.
So you just saw the young guy come take Walter's horse. You saw Liam being taken off into the building furthest from you, not counting the towers. And that's what you've, and Walter seems to still be in conversation with these 3 soldiers right there.
So
Walter is gesticulating.
this is what I want to do. Tell me if it's possible. Okay. So can
Yes.
I use my axe, like pull out my axe and use it with the as like, would it work as like a mirror? No, I wouldn't work as like a mirror. Damn. I wanna see what's going on under me and where the guard is under me.
Okay.
But I know it probably wouldn't work that way, but if I need to crawl down and like look under,
I'd say you'd have to do that just because while elements of silver have been imbued in one of your hatchets, it's not a completely reflective surface. Like the majority,
it's not, like, buffered.
The majority of it is still iron, which is not known for its reflectability.
I just thought it'd be cool. But
now that is something though to consider for future reference. If Wea wanted to keep a small pocket mirror, because of your group, I would say probably Liam and Adele would be the ones most likely to carry that on their person. Atris just knows she's hot, so she doesn't need to, check it, kind of thing. But I'd say if you guys end up finding Adele after all this, or if you talk to Liam, they'd be the ones that I would say I would give them the chance of already having that. But unless you specifically either borrow it from them or purchase it from someone in town, but that is something to maybe consider having on your person for future missions.
I will. So I want to just kind of like peek over and be stealthy and see if I can see where this guard is.
Okay. Which corner do you want to peek over?
The southern one. If we're just going north, south, east, west. Yeah.
All right. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Being sneaky.
All right. What I need then is a D8. It's a D10. Okay. I'm going to have you. Do you have a D8 on you?
I absolutely do.
Okay.
Mr. D&D over here.
Best question you've asked him all day.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is going to decide what direction the guard is currently looking.
Yeah.
One or two. So take note. 1 or 2, he's looking to the south. 3 and 4, he's looking to the west. 5 and 6, he's looking to the north, and 7 or 8, he's looking to the east.
All right, here we go. I got a 6.
North.
Okay. So then he is over here, and now I need you to make a. This would be a. I'll say Dex plus Stealth. It's still Dex plus Stealth.
Five successes.
All right. You are very careful as to not disturb the snow that is on the top of the roof of this. And it is a slanted roof. They've built these things to be at a point so that way the snow falls off of it and it doesn't do damage from it just being a flat structure. You peer just over the edge and you see, lucky enough, that this guy is facing the opposite direction, so does not see your head hanging over the side as he is holding that overly large oil lantern over the side and kind of checking the back. You get the idea that maybe with all this commotion in the front, he's checking to make sure that this isn't just a diversion and checking that the back isn't being flanked.
He's got an oil lantern in hand, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, that fucked up my plans. Is there anything else? Is it just like an open space, or is there like a table there, or is it literally just like an open space with the dude?
What you see is there are beams, thinner beams on all four corners that are holding up the sides, and one slightly thicker beam in the center that's going up to the roof to hold up the middle.
All right. All right, I'm gonna do a big turn if I can. So
Okay.
I can still spend blood for celerity at this point, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna spend 2 blood for celerity.
Okay.
Well, 2 blood in celerity. I am going to, as stealthily as possible, hang down and get in the area he is in.
Okay. That's going to be a Dex plus Athletics. Difficult. Or are you trying to do this stealthily, or are you trying to do this quickly?
Stealthily, very quietly.
Dex plus Stealth, difficulty 8, please, because you do not have the Cone of Silence up.
And I'm gonna yeah, that's only 2 blood points. I can spend 3 per turn. I can do this. I'm also gonna buff my dexterity by 1.
Okay, fair enough. You can use no other blood this turn.
Yes, I am locked out of blood this turn.
Okay. And are you still above half?
Yes, I am still above half.
Perfect. Okay.
Three successes.
All right. Okay, 3 successes. You get in, and very quietly you get in, and you kind of just lower yourself down, so that way there's not the thud of your hulking form hitting the
It
floor.
has abs.
Well, I'm getting a good mental image from this.
So you're lowering yourself down, just easing it, and then you kind of swing just enough at the little bit, so that way your feet land inside the tower, not outside.
Sweet. We're in there. All right.
So that was, I'd say you have 2 more rounds with your, I'd say that was an action there to try and do it stealthily. So you have 2 more with the 2 celerity that you burned.
Oh god, this is comes the tricky part with the oil lantern, man. Okay. I want to get behind him.
Okay.
And I want to, tell me if this is possible. I want to grapple him, grapple his arm, and like hold the lantern in place while covering his nah, that's not gonna work. God damn it. Shit.
You'd have to do like a semi half Nelson with your arm under
Yeah,
his.
okay. What I want to do is I want to silence him, but also hold the lantern.
Okay.
But and like have it be part of a grapple. Is
Okay.
that too much?
No, it just is going to be a higher difficulty, but it's definitely something you can attempt.
Okay, I want to attempt that.
Okay. This is going to be a grapple roll, but it's going to
Okay.
be difficulty 9, because basically what you're trying to do is, if I understood correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, because if
Yeah,
I'm
go
wrong,
ahead. Yeah,
I'll
this
adjust
is
the
weird.
difficulty.
So go ahead.
You're going to try and simultaneously grab his hand and basically hold his hand on the lantern, so that way he can't let go of it. And thus alerting other people, because if you just grab him and he drops it off the side,
Exactly.
it's going to alert people.
Correct.
While simultaneously, basically the motion is you coming around the side, grabbing his fist and clamping it onto the handle of the lantern, while coming around and grabbing his mouth, so that way he can't make noise.
Correct.
Okay, so it's going to be difficulty 9.
Okay. I'm gonna use 2 willpower.
Okay.
I'm spending a lot for this, and I think Waya would do this because he is the vengeful flaw is there, so I feel like the motive is here.
I mean, true.
Yeah.
And what was the roll? Sorry, it was strength.
I believe it's strength plus brawl, if I remember correctly. Let me double
Yeah,
check.
because that's just is strength plus
Okay.
brawl.
Cool,
Yep,
cool.
strength plus brawl because against his dex athletics.
That's 3 successes. I got 1 9 on that.
Fail, 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 fail.
I mean, he got 4 successes.
No,
God damn it.
dude, are you serious right now?
Okay, so I will tell you, because you spent the 2 willpower, I'm going to let you choose.
Okay.
High or low depends on which thing is going to happen here. So high or low.
Hi.
It was a 1.
I'm fucked, everyone.
Well, I mean, it's an either. Like one is going to happen over the other either way.
Let's see how fucked we are.
So
Let's do
you
this.
hold on to the lantern, but in doing so, the guy goes, "What the hell?" and kind of makes a bit of noise, and you don't quite get it where your hand is over his mouth.
Boys, no.
Noah. Okay, so these guys are gonna hear that.
Oh boy.
Okay, I look like a native.
Yes, you do. A very pale one, unless you spent blood of health, blush of health.
Well, it's dark. They can't see that right now.
It could be war paint. You don't know.
You are right next
It's
to
definitely not.
Or he fell in the cocaine bin. You don't know.
Yeah, I got into the cocaine.
Damn it, he's been swimming in the cocaine vats.
It's just Scrooge.
That's what that big
McDuck,
center
but instead of
hexagon is.
coins, it's
Right?
cocaine.
Like, you just find the captain of these guys like swimming naked in like mountains of cocaine.
It's like Scrooge McDuck with no
Now you
coins,
know why
just
this
all
place
code.
is so like fortified. Say hello to my little friend. You know, just
All right, all right.
All right. So Noah, you notice I need Noah. Atris, you're too far away, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Noah, Liam, and Walter to give me perception plus alertness rolls. Difficulty is still higher. It's still difficulty 8, but it's still
Oh, I might have it though. I
Oh,
probably
mine's
have
going to depend on a
something.
reroll because I got a 9, a 10, and 2
3
1s.
successes for Walter. Okay.
I'm at 0.
Okay. Liam, you're too distracted on whatever the fuck it is that you're doing in the barracks.
The cocaine cuddle in the barracks. Dude.
Right. Cocaine medals. God.
Why couldn't that have been our name, dude?
This is a
Cocaine
family
medals.
picture.
Next campaign.
Right.
Or holy shit.
Noah. As you're climbing up the ladder, you immediately notice that the light starts traveling up above you as you're seeing it through like the floorboards and stuff like that. And you notice that this guard is like, what the fuck is going on over there? And you see that he's now peering in the direction that would be behind you as you're climbing up the ladder. Walter, you don't know if this is a combination of just being very alert right now or your connection to Walter as a blood brother, but you hear a little bit of, again, you're not making out words necessarily, just a raised voice coming from in front of you and to the left, as luckily these two guys who are odd are still deadlocked on you and very focused on you. But Wilkins, you notice him glancing behind him and looking behind him. But before we get to that, to be fair to Wea, in the same way that I gave Atris a couple of moves,
Well,
you have one more action.
Mm-hmm. How
This guy, you have successfully half grappled him.
Yeah.
So you have kind of almost crushing in almost a painful way, holding his hand on the lantern so he doesn't drop it. But he did just make a sound.
Mm-hmm. How how high is the wall like to him? Is it like up to his waist or is it like up to his shoulder?
You guys are above the wall by about because the wall itself is about a 20-foot tall from like the point to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
The watchtowers themselves are another good, like the floor of like where you guys are is about 25 feet. The roof of the watchtower would be another 30, like would be 30 feet up.
30-foot fall, and is it
Well, no, you're
snow?
not. You're where you guys are would be a 25-foot fall if you
Okay.
just threw him
And
off.
there's snow on the ground, right? Is it like powdery snow? Is it just like when we walked in? Would it be like more ground, or would it be like he has cushion if I were to throw him off the watchtower?
You get an idea that if you threw this guy off the watchtower, if he lives, he's not going to be in good shape.
I would like to attempt to throw this dude over the watchtower.
Okay, this is going to be a contested strength roll at this point.
Because I'm already got him half grappled, so I figure if I just grab the other end of his body and throw him around.
Yeah, go ahead and make a contested strength roll.
Just
Dost
strength,
thou
right?
even yeet?
Yeah.
Are we about to use this motherfucker?
Because I assume this isn't a yeet, this is just a shove.
Sure.
Oh, this is good, guys.
This is Sparta moment.
That is 4 successes.
Yeah, that beats his 1 success. Okay.
Over the
He was
top you
already
go.
at the edge. Whale, how would you like to push him
Okay.
off?
So I'm like holding his arm, right?
Yeah.
I want to grab like the back of his pants where his belt is, right? And I want to like hoist him. So it's like his head is like inverted essentially, right?
So you're gonna bouncer toss him, basically?
Yeah, I'm gonna like suplex him off the watchtower without throwing myself down. So I'm gonna like get him up like a wrestler and just suplex this guy.
Okay,
off
so
the
head first, he's going down.
Oh yeah, he's twirling.
Okay, I need to look something up because you guys are creative and
rules for suplex.
Landing on neck.
No, I'm looking up fall damage on page 296. If anyone wants to follow along.
Not quite what I had planned, but it'll work.
All right.
I was going for the super stealthy ninja play, but that didn't work out.
And then we turned right back into pro wrestling.
Hey, man.
One die of bashing every 10 feet or 3 meters. So that's, you got 25. So that'd be a die and a half. Literally interpreted there.
I don't know. Like Wea is tall, so once you suplex him, he's like 5 feet up off the ground. So that's 30.
I'm like 6'1".
But if you also look, that's also for vampires.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
for vampires.
I think it's lethal damage for humans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's done, dude.
All right, so I'm gonna round up and roll 3 die of fall damage for this guy since he's falling essentially 25, 30 feet.
Okay, but if he receives no damage, he's not human.
Tatanka is back.
Yeah, dude.
He's up on the turnbuckle right now.
Yeah, dude. It's like a super suplex off the like the third row.
Yeah, nah. Okay. So that's 1 die, and that's
It's the reunion tour, dude. He came out of retirement.
I'm gonna double that because it's a vampire. So you chuck this guy off the side and just like throw him down so that way there's a little bit of force going behind it too, as he just goes. Now, okay, I'm using your die here.
Do it.
High or low, Chad?
Man. Yeah, see, I stick to it, so we're gonna go high again, man. I'm sticking to it. I'm not diverting from my idea.
That was cocked. I'll give it one more roll.
super cock.
Okay.
To the one again.
Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay.
Oh, do I hear a splat?
Hold on. So you throw him. Ah! As he goes off the side. So you are definitely aware that he makes noise.
Oh, I mean, it's already gun's already been shot, man. We're out, or at least I am.
Well, no, the gunshot would have been
Oh,
silenced.
Sorry, figure of speech. That was a figure of speech.
Okay, I was gonna say no gunshots have been heard
No,
as of yet.
That was my bad.
As of all he said was that what the hell.
We assume he's clumsy.
Yeah, he just fell off the top, dude.
As he goes screaming down the side, bam, hits it. You don't really get to see how much damage it does because he also lands on the oil lantern as you see flame start to come up. That was your die, Chad, and that was a 7 that it rolled as he lands as he catches on fire, is trying to crawl a bit, but you get that he's like partially paralyzed from the fall that he just took, and
Wea has the high ground.
barely trying to grab as you just see flames erupt, and then he just stops moving as the flames continue to just go, and you see smoke starting to rise from this guy.
Stealth option.
Yeah, Ultimate Ninja turns into flamethrower.
All right, so that was your go.
Shit.
Joey.
Well.
All right.
Call an ambulance, but not for us.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna fall on a rock or something and be like through a table.
Okay. At this point, everyone is alerted to what is going on here. As you see these guys starting to move from their post. Liam, you start to notice, I mean, this guy's high as fuck, and you're currently biting this one, but these guys are all starting to wake up. This guy turns. Awe is not, no, I don't want to do that. Okay. Awe is not dominate. So all of these guys have now turned around.
I give everyone a perfect opening. They're all backs turned.
Did Liam hear the scream? Like the one
Oh,
that
yeah.
everyone else did?
Oh yeah, everyone heard the scream.
Liam is instantly going to go into obfuscate as soon as he hears that.
All right. I mean, there's people around, so we'll see how that does.
Which obfuscate? Yeah, you'll have to select which obfuscate later.
And then, okay.
I mean, if they're just waking up.
As 3 individuals come out of here.
Oh boy, they're spawning.
Spawn camp them.
Okay.
So there I was with a handful of arrowheads when out they came with, what the hell's that?
And so, first we're going to go. So at this point, while we are not in combat, we are going to pay attention to initiative order because at this point, stealth has been broken. And what do you know? It actually wasn't Liam for a change.
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, give me time.
Henry. at this point, he's just as confused as everyone else. So Henry's gonna hold his action. Actually, and you know what? We're gonna forget about Asmodeus. I don't know why I rolled for him, but he's actually not involved in this because since he's all the way back where the carriage is being hidden, he is not involved in this in the slightest. So Henry's holding his action as he's sitting there with the other invisible people going, what in hell? And okay, so that takes us to Atris next. Atris, you have I'll say in the minutes that this has been happening at this point, I'll say we're all on the same timeline at this point. Everything's kind of timeline. You have finished draining this person, so you're up on your blood.
Yeah.
And you have a brief second of going, yeah, that went really well. Man, I didn't alert anyone. I'm doing good. This is going well. And you hear, ah!
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, angrily shouts in silence.
What do you do?
Okay,
will say,
so yes.
If you want to take a turn, you can survey everything that's going on to try and like anything more than a glance is going to be your action to like be watching everything that's happened. But you can make like a quick glance to try and survey the surroundings.
She's gonna want to survey. Yeah, because she's first things first. Her mindset is just to continue getting the top guards taken care of first. So that's easily she's gonna want to scan for that.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a perception plus investigation roll. Difficulty is 8 only because of your distance and it being dark.
Another reroll. 4 successes on that one.
Okay, 4 successes. You peek. Still, you are no longer obfuscated, but you still have the cone of silence up. You poke your head over the edge of the watchtower wall.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for the record, the watchtower wall, like as far as the bit around the little box that you're in, is about 4 feet tall. And then there's a space, and then there's the ceiling up above, about 7 feet above you from the floor.
Gotcha.
You look out. First thing you notice is that there's no one around this campfire anymore. All the people that Walter were talking are now looking this direction. You glance over, everyone is looking that direction. You still do see a figure both in this tower and this tower, and they all seem to be looking towards this tower.
Okay. So for efficiency's sake, boy, say that fast. And because she is not aware that Noah is currently going after that same guard, she would probably figure to go north. And first she would, if this is another action, then she would have to just do this first before movement. But she would want to since no one is observing her right now, she would want to re-enable her obfuscate.
Okay, so I'll say you re-enable your obfuscate, and then you said your movement was 7.
Yes.
That gets you about here, but you are obfuscated.
Okay. And I think that's all I can do, correct?
Correct. All right. Walter.
Hello.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, we're going through order now at this point. So,
Henry.
I don't know why I have Henry on here twice.
Your first one is just his roll.
Yeah, the first one was his roll.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Liam, then you would be next, actually. So you are drinking this guy. In the meantime, the other guy's like, well, what the hell are you two fellers doing? Because again, he's high, he's not like unconscious or anything. Still awed by you, so he's high and awed and dominated. I mean, he's just being mind fucked in every which direction. At this point, it's a mind game dang. And
at the sound of the screaming, Liam is just going to basically like chuck young Thomas onto the bed as well.
Okay,
and
how
go
much
into
were you trying to
obfuscate.
drain him?
No,
Just the
I was
two?
I was just taking 2 blood points to get him unconscious.
Okay, he is. I will say, just for color coordination, everybody, let's do this pale green here
Is unconscious.
is unconscious.
Or incapacitated.
Yeah. So you chuck him, you hear this scream. What do you, and you realize that the guys inside are starting to come awake and everything else. What are you doing?
Yep, so I'm gonna try and obfuscate myself.
Okay. You do know that you would have to, what level obfuscate do you have?
1.
Okay. So unfortunately, you do know that there's a guy literally looking right at you who is also awed by you and has his attention directly at you.
But he's also high off of his ass.
Yes, but you do understand that to just completely vanish in front. Let's see. Let me check.
I rely on the fact that people are probably not going to take someone seriously who is clearly under the influence of stuff.
Fair enough. Then go ahead and you're just level 1 obfuscate.
Yep.
Okay, so that means that you can't move while obfuscated.
Wait, I thought you had level 3. I thought you had level 3 obfuscate.
No, just 1.
If you read obfuscate, you guys have been moving around lately a lot through the use of either Atris or Noah, who has the cloak the gathering.
So I've obfuscated myself before. It wasn't a thing of couldn't move.
Well, you would have level 3 obfuscate because you have Mask of 1,000 Faces, so that's level 3.
Oh, never mind. That's true. I do. Oh my god.
I was
reading my potence.
Yeah, no, I was with Atris on this one. If you have Mask of 1,000 Faces, you don't have 3 without having 2. Yeah, but for the record for everybody, level 1 obfuscate is Cloak the Shadows, where basically if you stand still, do nothing, you stay unnoticed. Unseen Presence, which is level 2, is being able to move around while obfuscating.
Okay, we're doing that.
Okay. All right. It's not vanished from the mind's eye, so you know that the guy staring right at you still sees.
Understood.
Okay. And then what are you doing?
Huh?
You obfuscated. What are you doing?
Just kind of tiptoeing around. I don't want to be in anyone's way.
Okay. Give me.
I want to try and move like towards the back wall as best as possible.
Wits plus stealth, then. Okay. And which direction did you say you were going?
So to the east, that back wall where no one is.
Okay.
I know it's the opposite side of the door we came in.
Yeah. You there's some like chairs and tables kind of stacked up there, which you get that they move out during like mealtime and stuff like that. And you just kind of hide next to the furniture, figuring that they would have to avoid the furniture anyway when they're coming out of here. So, okay. As these guys start to did you hear that? Yeah, it sounded like it's coming from outside. All right, let's get on out of there. Come on, get going. And you see them quickly. They are throwing on enough clothes, like they're not naked, but they were in their long johns and stuff.
What about their silvers?
Hello.
They're throwing on their like coats and stuff like that, and like grabbing their rifles and stuff and their gun belts and quickly getting ready to come as poor Benjamin is sitting there. Now, question, did you place Thomas anywhere, or did you just huck him to the side?
I put him on the next bed that was right over, because I don't know how many there are.
Yeah, that's fair. So you place him quickly on the bed. I kind of envision it as you place him on the bed, look to Benjamin, go, and obfuscate and kind of disappear. And Benjamin just saying, as you guys, oh, yes, he just fucking disappeared, man. Like he just He was just fucking gone. He was kissing a guy, and you old coot, just shut up. We got a situation. Ah, damn, he's in his own supply. All right. So that's Liam's turn. Walter, you were talking with these guys again. You had clocked that two of them were very much awed by you. You know how awe works. You get the idea that in the sign of danger or something like that, it oftentimes is hard to maintain.
So the two of them were odd, and the other one thought I am odd.
Yeah, thought you were odd. Again, can't quite clock that he was like sitting there going, I don't trust this fucker. Just a general sense of this guy's more on edge than others. And as he is of higher rank than them, you get the idea why, that he takes his job a little bit more seriously.
So they all turned away from me?
But then you hear the scream, and all of them turn away towards the direction of the scream.
Oh hell, what's going on? Y'all, I gotta get to my friend Leland. I'll be right back. I gotta check on him. I'm gonna make my way downtown to the barracks that he disappeared
Give
into.
me a charisma plus subterfuge roll, please. Difficulty is currently 9 because right now you're trying to convince good
Someone
old
that you and I are friends.
well, not that just that, but also Wilkins, who already was suspicious, and now suddenly, as soon as you guys show up, shit's going down.
We were followed?
What was that difficulty?
9.
You don't say.
I do
Well,
say.
that would be a single botch.
Okay, you start to make a move as Wilkins turns around, hearing you say, hey, I gotta go see my friend. And you hear him cock the excuse me, pistol, and he goes, you stay right there. Now, I don't know what you're planning, and I don't know what kind of games you're playing, but shit's going down not minutes after y'all arrive. You're going to stay right where I can see you. And if you so much as move, I'm going to fill you full of lead.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just want to make shit. We've been in trouble all day.
Son, you've about found a lot more trouble. Okay, so Walter, what would you like to try and do?
I'd like to hold an action.
Okay.
If any of these three guys attack, or I guess aggress to anyone on my team, I'm going to quick draw and fire upon someone.
Okay. I will say that the other two have now turned around. Awe has been pretty much broken at this point, but they are all looking at you intently, kind of following the lead of their, commander. All right.
My hands are raised.
Okay.
In the air.
Yeah. With a single botch, yeah, they do not trust you at all. Like any goodwill that you may have started to acquire with these three is out the window. And you get that even without making a roll. Yeah, that single botch kind of erased any benefit. All right.
Hey, they're not opening fire on me yet, so I'm fine.
No, they're not.
Fine.
Wea, you're up. You are very much aware that you are currently a silhouette standing on top at this tower, and you look down and you just see the burning corpse of this guy that you hucked over the side.
Can we just imagine that there's like a mostly full moon also like behind Wea?
Sure there is.
It technically is.
I cannot hear you, Where.
Oh, yeah, if you're speaking, your not video thing is.
Yep, got it. Cool, I'm here. Okay. So all they see is like a silhouette, huh?
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, you assume. You can't like,
Okay.
hey, what do you guys see?
Fuck. God damn it.
That's an action to do.
Let's see. Oh man, this is so bad. Okay. Do I go guns a-blazing or do I try and run? Well, Way is vengeful, so I don't think he's gonna run. Actually,
I also need to now roll for the that the troops are. Oh, that's not good for them. So that's a 6. Okay, good to know.
Okay, well, we're just gonna go all out because Way is vengeful. I'm gonna spend 2 more blood.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spend. I'll have 7 spaces of movement, and
Okay.
I want to try to get to the guard all the way to the south.
Okay, this guy here.
Yeah. So.
And are you going along the catwalk, or how are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm going along the catwalk, and I don't want to use my 3rd movement if I don't have to. I want to only use 14 spaces of movement, which is 2 of my 3 actions.
First, roll me a Dex plus Athletics. Because you're jumping down from the tower to the catwalk.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell? What am I doing that?
Because I am your god and I told you to.
Yes, sir.
What's the name of Walter's horse?
What, Lou?
4 successes.
Yeah, you're fine. All right, so let's see. 14 gets you right there, sir.
At a certain point there, can I pull out my tomahawk and try and hit this guy with it?
So you're going to like be running
like
and
running,
just
pull out and just throw it at him.
Okay, yeah, okay. So that is a thrown weapon.
Yep.
So that's Dex plus Athletics.
And this is just a throw. This isn't like to hit or anything like
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm looking at that first sheet that I printed out for you guys of important rolls. Thrown weapons, Dex plus Athletics, difficulty normal, damage, strength plus weapon modifier.
8 successes.
Fuck yeah, you hit that guy.
And then that's damage, strength plus 7 then, right?
So that is strength plus what is the weapon modifier on that? How much damage does your tomahawk do?
Strength plus 1 lethal.
Okay, so that's strength plus 1 plus 7.
And I'll be using the Thunderhawk tomahawk or the Thunderbird tomahawk.
Okay.
It goes boom.
Oh man, dude, this guy's fucked. That's his 8 successes on the damage throw.
Shit. Okay, and just checking, Walter, you still have the belt of returning, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He has it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to give it to Way. I was like, no, I want my own.
Did I say that? I can't remember. That was like 6 months ago.
You've turned it down twice now.
Have I really?
Yeah.
Really.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah, no, he's fucking dead. Like
maybe Way ahead a good reason, but next time.
now this is just the +1 because it's the Thunderbird.
Yeah, that's the
right?
only, yeah, it's only +1 on the damage, correct?
It throws and there's a brief flash of like white blue electricity as it's spinning in the air and just straight into the sternum, like right in the collar and sternum. This hatchet embeds itself. Let's see how this guy does. I mean, he's dead, but he collapses here on the tower as he was like looking at you, and he was getting ready. He was saw you running, had the rifle at the ready, and just collapses down there. You just one-shotted this guy.
Yeah, that's right. And this catwalk, does it have any coverage from everyone else on the floor, or is it just literally a catwalk?
Not on the floor, just it has about 5 feet, because it's about 25 feet up. So it has about 5 feet from the exterior, but the idea being that if you're inside, you don't need cover from your other guys inside.
Yeah, well, I'm the target now. So, but I took 2 people down, so that's my turn.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Oof.
Vengeful, dude. Vengeful.
Yeah. Oof. All right. All right. It is Sonoy's turn because Sonoy goes on the same round as Wea.
Oh shit, that's right.
Sonoy is currently still obfuscated over here with this group.
What would Sonoy do? Well, not everyone's busting out in all-out combat. So I think what Sonoy would do was wait probably one more turn before acting, especially if he doesn't see because he can notice the people next to him because they're all obfuscated together. I guess miss. So if they're not reacting, I think Sonoy will wait one more round before jumping in the fray.
Okay. Noah, you are halfway up this ladder. You heard the scream, and you see that everyone's starting to get anxious and on high alert.
I'm gonna step up to the top of the ladder.
Okay.
And punch him.
Okay. Go ahead and
not stand strong.
Go ahead and make a wits plus stealth roll first for your approach.
Punch him with the shovel.
All right.
Punch the shovel as a projectile into him.
What in the name of anime are you talking about?
Yeah, essentially.
See, that's the thing where I imagine the shovel would be on the floor. Noah would like stomp on the actual front of it.
Wasn't there that movie from the 90s or early 2000s called Mystery Men, and one of the guys' weapon was a shovel kind of thing?
You mean the shoveler?
Yes, the shoveler.
I love that movie.
All right. I got 3 on the wit stealth.
Cool. You were perfectly stealthy as you sneak up behind this guy. Where are you punching him? As he's looking out this way, where are you punching this guy?
Donkey punch.
Let's say a right hook and sending him flying off of that walkway.
Okay. Well, we'll see how well you do. Go ahead and make your dex brawl. So go ahead and do that. And then a damage will be, don't forget your potence.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get to dodge, so.
Well, that's a 10 because I had to roll 13 dice and got 2 re-rolls.
Okay, so now it is your strength plus your potence die plus, you said 10?
That was for to hit him, yes.
Okay,
Shoot.
so strength plus potence plus 9 die.
Good God.
So 8 plus 9 dice.
Yeah, if that's your strength and
Dice.
potence. Yeah. Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure
17
that's that's inhuman numbers.
Well,
you
yes,
are not
you're a
human.
vampire.
And a fucking strong one at that.
Yeah, I
Those
rolled
vampire numbers.
I rolled 13 dice on my axe damage, so I know what you mean.
And
Yeah,
these
is
are
that how many dice I'm rolling for damage or how much
Yeah,
damage I'm
no,
dealing?
That's
no, that's how many dice
you're
you're rolling for damage is not automatic. So you're rolling
Okay.
you're rolling 17 die for damage.
Jesus
All right
Christ.
then. I'm gonna need a
Because
couple
this
more.
game doesn't have armor class in the same way that like D&D has, that's where you first roll to hit. You can roll great to hit and roll 0 on damage.
One of my favorites is Walter is called a headshot for an eyeball. Got
Right?
successes, but the damage was 0, so it had to fling off the helmet.
Right, like the Superman thing where it just
Yeah.
brushes against the
Oh,
eyeball.
yes.
So far, I've got 9 and 2 re-rolls.
Okay,
Oh, he's done.
That's 10.
10 damage.
Yep.
Okay, that means that for a human, that wraps back around to lethal damage.
You like broke this guy's fucking jaw in his entire face.
So this guy is for sure unconscious and currently has 3 lethal damage. So yeah, he is yeah. You go and just as you pop out of Obfuscate, crack this guy across the face as he just I don't say at that many successes you want him to fall off.
Yeah, I wanted to punch him off towards that closest campfire.
Oh, so off the catwalk even.
Yeah, off of it.
All right, let me do fall damage.
Oh boy.
Luckily, this is only 15 damage, so I'm only going to roll one more die to see if, No, he lands on something softer on this one, so you don't think he's any more damage than, but he's already unconscious on the ground as he just goes. I will say now that also means that all these guys are out of Obfuscate as well, because since you were the main caster of that.
Yep. And as the last thing, as it pops off and all the obfuscate disappears, I'm gonna holler off, "Get him, boys!"
All right. Yeah. All right. It's on like Donkey Kong. This guy, who actually I should color slightly differently.
We got a captain.
Let's go with a nice deep purple. There we
Got
go.
a captain, boys.
Another child.
Another child with a rifle.
Right. This is the like that one crusade that was like the children's crusade of nothing but like children.
Oh my lord.
Oh no.
Let's get into the Emu Wars.
We Love Being Alive is just stitched on the front of all of their clothing.
All it's a small world after all. Is playing.
They're
in the
all
back.
wearing
I thought this was the 1860s, not the 1960s.
Walter discovers that like these are all his illegitimate children from back when he was alive.
Oh God.
Back when I
They're
was
all
alive,
wearing
back
sweaters
when
that
I
look
was
like they were
alive.
knitted for them by a grandmother.
This is actually like a children's hospital out here kind of thing. These
Wow,
are
this
all
got
like
deep,
surviving
bro.
patients.
It's like yeah, it's like the terminally ill ward of.
Exactly. This is why it's so easy for you guys to like murder all of them.
Oh my god.
God, this got dark. Anyway,
Oh no.
oh.
Please don't
So,
take it down, YouTube.
This guy comes out, longer silver hair, mustache, and beard, gray color. What in the Sam Hill is happening out here? You men, find out what's happening and put an end to it. As he looks around, let's see how his observation does.
I am the knight.
Like we just disabled all the guard towers.
Yeah, 4 successes, and Wea, you weren't trying to be stealthy on this. Up there! And he points to Wea. He's going to go ahead and shoot.
And Aaron, remember Austin Powers 3 when him and Mini-Me trying to escape from prison? That's what I imagine is going on right now. Giant spotlight hits on Wea.
Alright. 1, 2, 3. We roll the 10. 4 successes plus 6. So that's 10 dice of damage.
Dang, your
Ooh,
partial
that-
cover is not helping you.
Well, remember, he doesn't have cover
Oh.
because he's on the
Open
catwalk.
It's
The
open
catwalk
on
from this
Okay.
angle is completely exposed.
Oh, there's no. Okay, there's no rail or whatever.
There's no OSHA for the U.S. cavalry at this time. There's no handrails or anything. Like,
What do you call
You're supposed to
OSHA?
get hurt. Otherwise, why'd you enlist?
all right, that's 6 half to 3 because it's a bullet. 3 bashing. Way you can try and soak as much of that as you want.
Now, does that activate Walter, or does Walter trigger only the 3 that are surrounding him?
It depends on whether or not Walter recognizes that this is where you're being shot at, and
3 successes on my soak roll.
okay, you soak it. You feel the bullet impact, but it does not break through your skin, and you're able to just shrug it off.
I flex and pop it out of my pec.
Walter, I need you to real quick just make a perception plus alertness roll, please.
Yep. I rolled 2 successes.
Cool. Yeah, you notice that Wea is making this run. You see him huck. What really catches your attention is you look and you see that spark for a brief second, and you recognize that as Wea's tomahawk that has been imbued with Josephine's magic. And then you see this guy calling out and firing a pistol at your blood brother. How many points bloodbound are you to Wea?
Only 1.
Still just the 1.
Okay,
but,
good.
Where did he throw that tomahawk?
Upwards towards the guard tower.
Like the one that's close to him?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I need you, I think I gave you guys the rules for bloodbound self-control. However, you are a Bruja and self-control is hard for you.
Wait, is this a frenzy roll? I thought this was a come to defense of my friend roll.
Okay,
for
yeah, I
whether
guess it's
have
not frenzy, so
self-control.
come to your defense. So just don't botch it. Go ahead and roll self-control. I believe it's difficulty.
Every single die succeeded.
Okay. Then you see that Wea is being attacked, but you feel like he's got it covered. You don't feel, you can still choose to have your senses. You don't feel the need to jump to his defense. However, it is currently PETA's turn. No, actually, I take that back. I had to roll. It is now the guards' turn. PETA like rolled fucking low. All right. So these guys are gonna start heading this way. This way. Let's see, this guy heard a thump here. Okay. That's their current, and they now see, they heard the thump as the body landed, and now see Henry, PETA, and Sonoy over here. All these guys, I'm gonna say it takes them a full turn to get all their gear together. So they're come the next round gonna come filing out of here. All right. These ones are, they at this point they've taken action. I will say, Walter, you held your, it's not the end of the round, you held your action for aggressive behavior. Aggressive behavior is currently happening. What are you doing?
That's fair. So I picked up what was going on kind of during after, right? And they fired a bullet at Wea, and Wea just shrugged. And I'm actually just gonna shout, "Shit! Maybe they followed us here!" at the three in front of me.
I need you. Okay, this is a Hail Mary to try and convince, because at this point, with your botch, they already were not trusting you. So this is coming. If you hadn't botched, this would have been a different thing. Go ahead and roll a charisma plus subterfuge. The difficulty is 10. This is basically your Hail Mary to get them to believe that you're completely innocent in all this, and this is just a big old coincidence.
Hey man, coincidences happen.
It's
Which is
entirely
why I
plausible.
did say that he couldn't make the roll.
Please
You
say
said
you
a
got
10, huh? I got a 10. A single 10.
Okay, their guns are leveled at you, but they are currently not firing.
Mhm.
And William is sitting there going, or Wilkins, excuse me. Wilkins is going, I need you to put your firearms down nice and slow like.
But firearms, I'm not holding any. The hell?
But you have your gun belt on you, don't you?
That's just Walter talking. Oh, is that the guy talking to me?
Yeah. Wilkins is asking you. Oh, I mean, Sean is asking Lyman, don't you have your gun belt on you?
Oh, I certainly am strapped. I'm just wearing my duster.
Right.
And I'm saying this at them. I'm just
So-
saying I'm not holding any guns.
Right. The ones you ain't holding, they need to be further down. Get them on the ground.
So they can say that to me. I mean, it's not my turn, is it?
No, but it's their turn. So they're saying that to you. I'll say these three are holding.
Oh.
So I will say these three are all holding their action. As soon as you make a aggressive move, they are all going to fire.
Wonderful.
Um,
I'm reaching down slowly
Mhm.
and pulling my duster to the side, and I'm doing, as I'm told, pulling my two pistols out of my gun belt.
Okay, we'll leave it there to see what you do on your turn. But they are currently holding their action. These two guys with the rifles are also going to shoot at Leia.
Oh, that's a problem. All right.
Well, because their commander just told them fire. Remind me again, Lyman, how long have you been a kindred?
Not that long, like 30 years maybe.
Okay. You're too far away. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I think I died in like 1831 or
Something like
something.
that.
So it might be closer to 40.
Oh, let's see how the riflemen do. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. I'm just going to add this all together. So that's 6 successes for the first guy. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes for the other guy. So that's 11 successes. Let's see. Rifle damage is because that way I'm just trying to go a little bit quicker, guys, so we're not rolling individually for each single guy's attack.
Absolutely.
Throwing knives. Here somewhere. Here we go. Winchester rifle. Damage 8. All right, so 8 plus that was 11 successes, so that's 8 plus 10. So
We're about to math, everyone.
6, 7, 8,
I'll be all right.
9, and then 8 more dice.
I'll be all right.
9.
Oh my fuck! Am I all right?
All right, so that was a total of 18 damage between the two of them. Halved is 9. So go ahead and try and soak 9 bashing. And don't forget, you can also reflexively heal this, as this is not ag damage or anything else.
Yeah. And willpower can't be used for so.
Oh wait, actually, you can't heal this turn. You spent your blood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't willpower on a soak, right?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Soak and willpower rolls are things you can't willpower on.
Uh, 8 successes on the soak roll.
Okay.
I rolled 3 10s.
All right. So that you said that was 8 successes?
Correct.
Shit. Okay. So you take 1 bashing.
Hell yeah.
Like, you feel it as those bullets hit hard into, one goes into your chest and the other one goes into your leg. And one penetrates the skin and you're like, ah, fuck, they actually did, like, you gotta admit it, like, these guys are trained militia kind of thing. Now I need you to make another self-control, because you've taken damage. I need you to make another self-control roll. This is going to be, let's see, what was the difficulty before?
I spent a willpower before.
Right, but the difficulty, I think I made it at, because this is your flaw. I think we said...
So it doesn't have a difficulty. It just says I overcome with like vengeful, and I can spend 1.
I'm going to say this is going to be difficulty 8.
Okay, that's fair.
And this is your self-control.
0.
You are currently in frenzy.
Yeah, let's go.
You have not botched it, so it's not one of those things where like you're unable to roll self-control rolls going forward to regain control.
But you do get to ignore dice penalties.
But you do get to ignore dice penalties, as suddenly the blood, the vitae in you starts rising, and you feel this heat and this burning passion as you flash back to them shooting your people, the unarmed, the elderly, the sick, the women, the children, and your vision just goes red. And you hear the beast in your ear almost like it's whispering right behind you. Don't worry. You just sit back. I'll show you how to have fun like we did so long ago.
Can Wea, like in his losing self-control like that, can he say that out loud? Like, in losing self-control. Yeah,
I'll say
I want Wade to say that out loud to these guys, because
Darkness
he's vengeful. He is in frenzy. Like,
yeah,
this is bad.
I'll say those closest. I'll say all those way over here. You hear that Way is talking, but you can't really make out like what he's saying. Walter, because you're dialed in to your blood brother right now, and just saw him got lit up by these soldiers with more coming along the way. I will also say, to move past these flaming areas, you are going to have to make courage rolls to get past the flames, unless you like are hugging the walls essentially. Those on the sides haven't had to make those rolls because you're far enough, you're way away from them. You hear Wea in a voice that it sounds like Wea, but it doesn't sound like how Wea normally talks. That's right, Wea. Just sit back. I'll show you how to have fun like we did so long ago. And then one last thing, you hear Wea let out this howl to the night sky. Let the hero die and let the monster rise. And Wea's eyes almost just go like blood red, and in the moonlight you can see the fangs dropping down as he's just on. At this point, he's now facing. Stay. He is facing the guys that shot at him and just bearing down on them from up above. Okay, so that was their turns. It is now Peta's turn. He's gonna look at Henry and Sonoy and looking up at Noah and going, "Are we doing this?" Noah, he's looking at you.
Oh yeah, we already started. Come on, I'm confused about this question. Go, go, go. I told you go.
All right. And you see him unbutton his shirt and take it off.
With his shirt.
And you notice that there are not quite as much as Wea, but there are 1 or 2 scars on him from old battles as he just the eyes just turn this animalistic yellow as you see the muscles and the veins pop and bulge and fur start to come out on all of his body as claws start to erupt, breaking through, and the fangs start to drop. And what was a 5'6", 5'7" young 17-year-old Native American lad grows into this 9-foot tall, hulking, brown furred lupine that walks out kind of gently, but not so gently, pushing Henry out of the way. Again, not enough to like shove him to the ground or anything, but more of like a move, bitch, I got this. And just bears down at these 3 guys. And as the heat from his breath causing the vapors to come out from the cold and spittle and everything else, as his fangs the size of dinner knives are bearing down at them. On their next turn, they're going to all have to make a courage roll, because there's something that happens to mortals and animals when they see a lupine in their full battle form it's called delirium. And most of them basically kind of like using someone who really, really fails against dread gaze. They kind of usually turn into a quivering, pissing mess that then also completely lose if they survive, lose any memory of this happening. It's why so few mortals actually claim to have ever seen a lupine. So that's it takes him a whole turn to do it, but he is now transformed. All right. Back to the top of the round, Atris. You hear a howl over from this direction, which at this height you can kind of glance over and you see, I'd say, an outline. I mean, you're yards and yards away. It's on the other end of this compound kind of thing. But you see an outline with the hulking figure you recognize as Wea. You see Walter surrounded down here. Last you saw, you didn't actually see Liam get taken. Actually, you were too focused on the guy that you've currently drained. You look across and you see a figure over here, because it's too far for you to make out whether that's Noah or not. But you do see, and the lupine's out of the way, but I'll say you saw him transform and moved, and you see Sonoy and Henry, which leads you to believe that for some reason they've dropped their obfuscate. And that's the knowledge you currently have.
Okay. Before anything, time check is, are we good to do a whole nother round? Because it is 9:51.
Yeah, that is true. We did say we wanted to end at 10 this time. So do we want to cut it here so that way we're not getting into the next round?
I'm able to go another round.
Okay. We'll go
We'll go
one more
on.
round and then I hate cutting things off mid-combat, but I want to also be respectful of everyone's time, especially Lyman, who's in another time zone. So one more round. Wait, what was that, Wea?
Real quick, does Sonoy
Yeah.
react to the battle form?
Oh, he probably will, but we'll have to wait and see on his turn.
Okay.
Because he's definitely yeah. So yes, Atris.
Yeah, PETA was supposed to go after me.
He did. He was transforming into a werewolf. That takes a whole turn.
He went after you.
Yeah, what did I do before PETA? Other than tell him to go.
You Shoryuken the dude off a
Yeah,
ledge.
You threw a guy off. You punched a guy off a ledge.
Yeah,
So-
that was your turn. You were just
Is it
reacting.
the enemies in between me
Yeah,
and PETA?
because when combat started, they weren't part of the initial roll because while you guys were under stealth, they didn't have an action turn. So their action falls between you and PETA.
I think you were off for a second, but Sean rolled for them and threw them into initiative during someone's turn.
Yeah,
All
their
right.
initiative landed between you.
And secondly, I don't have the time tonight to
Okay,
play a little
good to
late.
know.
I thought we were
Okay,
Yeah,
good
no
to
I'm
know.
off
problem.
at the usual time.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, that's perfectly
Just
fine.
Say it.
100%. Thank you for telling us. All right, then we are going to end it there. So that way we're not mid. I rather stop at the top of the initiative round rather than everything else. So everybody, if you join us next week, you'll get to see hopefully how this combat concludes. Everyone who's here, players, you'll get to have a week to decide how else you want this bloodbath to continue. And so for everyone at home, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please like and subscribe, comment. We answer questions and other things. We will be playing hopefully next week too. Lyman and I are working together to get his backstory out, and hopefully pretty soon we're looking to play in person. What are we on? Episode 98, 99?
This is 98.
Yeah, so we are 2 episodes away from our 100th time playing together.
Wow.
So that's pretty exciting.
No one will be dead yet.
Triple digits, man.
Yes. All right. So everyone at home, please keep your fangs and your wit sharp, and we'll see you next time on Tumbleweeds and Tombstones. Night, everybody.
Bye.